Okay, check 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, test. Test 1, 2, 3.
Check 1, 2. Check sibilance. Sibilance 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Chambersburg Area Senior High School, where there are 4 basketball games on tap today at the 11th annual Dunks for Drew. And today's game is brought to you by F&F Trust, Antrim Insurance, Franklin County Visitors Bureau, Keystone Ford, Battery Express, and more. Del Martin Incorporated, Shippensburg Physical Therapy, Greencastle Eye Care Center, Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle, the Sports Page, Blaze Alexander, United States Air Force, Franklin Hardware and Pet Store, Green Village Family Restaurant, Olympian Athletics, Mondor Pharmacy, Sites Jet Lube, Clyde Tours, Horace Mann, Greencastle Representative Jeff Coons, Greencastle Notary Services, and Victory Tire and Alignment. Hello, everyone. I'm Gary Klein, along with Mike Montadoro. And this afternoon, we kick off the Shippensburg girls and Mechanicsburg girls, which is the first of 4 games today. And a great event, Mike, that takes place every year here in Chambersburg to benefit the Drew Taylor Foundation.
Yeah, and it's great to be back with you, Gary.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
I mean, it's been months, years.
Yes, yeah, been quite a while. Months. We Franklin County Tip-Off tournament.
Franklin County Tip-Off tournament we did, and it was at Greencastle this year, but we're back here where we belong.
Yeah, at Chambersburg.
At Chambersburg,
right?
for these kinds of showcases. So it's a great facility, as always, a very hospitable group of people. And we're happy to be here, and it's happy to be here to take part in this event. I guess the probably the only sad news of the day is I don't think they're going to do the girls portion of this event anymore.
Okay, yeah. So this will be the last year for the girls. So.
I believe this will be the last year for the girls' games. I think next year it's going to just be boys' contests. So it'll be a little bit different.
Okay, are we looking at featuring adding other schools to the mix
I think
also?
the word on the street, which you can listen to tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. But the word on the street is yes, there are going to be some other teams, other boys teams to fill in for the girls games.
Okay, so we already have Chambersburg and Shippensburg, Greencastle, Mechanicsburg if they all return next year.
Right. And, you know, I think probably some of that was predicated by, over the last couple of years, we've noticed that attendance had been down. But I got to tell you, I think tonight's going to be a packed house for Greencastle Chambersburg.
I think it should. It very well should be. I would have to tend to agree. Chambersburg is currently the number 3 team in 6A. And the Trojans just won their 7th straight last night. Greencastle has only lost 2 games all year, one of those to Chambersburg, the other to the number 1 team in 5A, Northeastern.
Yeah, so it should be tonight's game. You know, it's cold outside. Don't do any yard work tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Good advice.
Don't go outside and do things in the garage. Come in here. It's warm. It's a beautiful facility. It's warm, and there's a lot of high school basketball being played. And as Gary said, we're going to play the Shippensburg Greyhounds. Will play the Mechanicsburg Wildcats in both girls, then boys. And then Greencastle Chambersburg will play the girls and boys games for the nightcap.
Yes, and we have 2 teams going at it here this afternoon. The Shippensburg girls currently ranked number 16 in District 3-5A. Of course, the first 16 go to the playoffs. They're 6-4. Mechanicsburg at number 17. They are 6-7 on the year. So this is a big game for both Shippensburg and Mechanicsburg here today.
It is a big game for both teams. I don't know what Mechanicsburg's schedule looks like moving forward. I do know what Shippensburg's schedule looks like moving forward, and I can honestly tell you that because of the Colonial Division being the way it is, Shippensburg is probably going to rattle off a bunch of wins here coming up in the next couple of weeks, just because of the league opponents that they play. They've got Greencastle coming up Monday night, but it looks like the toughest team in the conference right now is Big Spring and Greencastle. So Ship dropped one to Big Spring earlier in the year. They look to avenge that loss. So I think they're going to go on a pretty good win streak after today. Whatever happens today, I think they'll rattle off some wins. So yeah, it's this is a big game though. This gives both teams a test of really where you are.
Yeah, and they come right back Monday and play Greencastle, which could be a tough game for Shippensburg, the way Greencastle has been playing this season.
Yeah, and tough for the Greyhounds. They played last night. They're going to play today, and then they're going to turn around and play Monday night. So 3 games without any practice is a tough. Yeah. It's tough. I mean, when you're playing AAU basketball weekend tournaments, people love that kind of stuff. But when you're playing high school games and district playoffs are on the line and league titles are on the line, nobody wants to play games without practices.
Yeah, and, well, you're pretty much forced to, and a lot of that is weather-related. Monday nights is a makeup game for Shippensburg.
Yeah, and then we're hoping that the rest of the week is going well. We keep seeing on the weather service that there's going to be a possible weather event Wednesday into Thursday, so we all have our fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Because when you start making up these games, they start stacking up back-to-back, and that's a lot of basketball to be played.
Yes, indeed it is, and that's what happens. I know Greencastle originally had scheduled a stretch of 4 games in 5 days. That all changed with a couple of cancellations here last week. But then again, you have to make them up sometime in the schedule, and you're just going to be doing something similar later down the line.
Yeah, you're just going to stack that game somewhere else. And, you know, as you said, it seems like just a couple of days ago we were talking about preseason predictions and where we thought everybody was going to be, and we're probably about 3 weeks away from the season being over.
That's it. We're down the stretch run here. A lot of teams now. Shippensburg has a few more left. Looks like they're only about halfway through, but you know, a lot of teams like Mechanicsburg. This will be game 14. That's 2/3 of the way, and you know, Shippensburg will soon, as you mentioned, with all the makeup games, they'll be playing a lot of games here in a very short period of time. So. It should be interesting as we head down the stretch. You mentioned the Colonial Division, and you know, Shippensburg is strong. Big Spring is strong. Greencastle surprisingly strong, but we also have that James Buchanan Waynesboro that seems to have dropped a little bit this year.
Yeah, and I thought we were going to see steady progress at JB. And I thought we were going to see some steady progress at Waynesboro, but it hasn't been the case, and those teams have dropped off a little bit. Greencastle, what they're doing right now is unbelievable.
Yeah, I never would have guessed it, losing Janae Faulkner, which was a big part of their offense. And they also had another girl graduate, which accounted for the majority, but it seems like they've picked up in their losses have been to, like in the Lower Dolphin tournament, to really teams that they've always struggled with in the past.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, they're sitting pretty well in the league. And as I said, our preseason predictions, if you would have said that Greencastle would be vying for a conference title or a championship, a league championship, I know I would have, and I believe you would have too, said no way.
Yeah, I know. No you're absolutely right. Absolutely, yeah. But it has, and you know, they've been able to pick it up and you know, have a pretty representative and a very representative program this year. And they'll be in the other girls' game today. They'll be playing Chambersburg for the second time. That was one of their losses in the Franklin County tip-off tournament.
Yeah, and what they couldn't do in that game, remember it correctly, was you know, Chambersburg has some players that are pretty big. Height-wise, and Greencastle was struggling with how to handle that height. They were able to get the ball down inside, down low, and Amesley. But there were, you know, a couple of girls that were just bigger than the Greencastle kids, and they were able to get in low, make a couple of moves, and put the ball in the bucket. And so that was the difference, I thought, in that game. And I'm guessing that Coach Purvis, he's no dummy.
Yeah.
He'll look at the film and he'll try to do that again. So they'll try to use their post players to their advantage in that game later on this evening.
Yes, and in that Chambersburg has won 4 games, the 2 Franklin County tip-off games and the 2 in the Hanover tournament over the holidays. They have not yet been able to come up with a win in the tough Mid-Penn Commonwealth. So They'll be looking to improve against Greencastle. That's the girls' game coming up later today. And we will be coming back with the start of this afternoon's game right after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network on midpenbroadcasting.com and the sportspage.blog.
So many things to get done this time of year. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but man, it can get overwhelming, especially the money. That's why I prefer F&M Trust for my banking. F&M Trust has all the mobile and online tools I need to keep on top of finances, and they have 22 locations, every one of them right here in South Central PA. That's 100% local to me, and it's banking done my way every day. If this sounds like a great bank to you, learn more now at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
That's the sound of an engine running on the strength of Castrol Edge. This is that same engine in the middle of a hot desert, now in the cold of the Arctic. Now on a mountain, on a dark and stormy night, in the clouds, in a dream within a dream. We test and perfect Castrol Edge to be its strongest no matter what you put it through. Visit youtube.com/CastrolUSA to see how. Castrol Edge. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
Sites Jet Lube, 1038 Lincoln Way West, Chambersburg. No appointment necessary. Phone 717-267-0257. We use Castrol Oil. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
Football fans love two things: supporting their team and the Ford F-150 at Keystone Ford. Eagles fans love its best-in-class payload. Baltimore Raven fans like the F-150's efficiency with best-in-class gas mileage. And Washington fans, well, they love the Keystone Ford price. Steelers fans like defense and the F-150's 5-star crash test rating. Regardless of your team, we've got your truck. We're Keystone Ford, a dealer for you, the people.
Mondor Pharmacy in St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of Mechanicsburg, your friendly neighborhood pharmacy. Free delivery and drive-through at all 3 locations. We carry Willow Tree products as well as other gift items. Mondor Pharmacy of St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of Mechanicsburg. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
MidpenBroadcasting.com, your home of the Chambersburg Trojans.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
And we welcome you back to Chambersburg Area Senior High School as we get set for the start of this afternoon's Shippensburg Mechanicsburg game. And momentarily we'll get the introduction of the starting lineups along with the playing of our national anthem. As we mentioned, the first of 4 games today, the 11th annual Dunks for Drew here in Chambersburg. And up until last year, it was always like the first Saturday in February, and it's been moved up now to, the second Saturday in January. And we are going to get the playing of our national anthem.
Gary, you think that was a student?
No, it was not. That was Richard, who sings the national anthem here. Richard Stolliper
Okay.
on many occasions. Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's a student, and I was looking over there thinking, I'm not sure that's a student.
Yeah. And we're getting the lineups here. First of all, for Shippensburg, Maddie Hurst. And number 10 is Abby Strong. And that's number 31, Logan Nutt. Number 32, Megan Schrass. Am I saying that right, Mike?
Probably Schrass.
Schrass, okay. And Abby Engel. Shippensburg is going to be the home team this afternoon. And now for Mechanicsburg, it's Karen Newell, number 2. That's number 4, Remy Staver. Number 15 is Samantha Barmont. Number 24 is Tori Rumball, and 41 is Mariah Martin. And that rounds out the starting 5 for both Mechanicsburg and Shippensburg. Pregame show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waitsboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland communities.
Take a look at that Shippensburg roster, Gary. When you look down through there, you see 3 seniors in the lineup, Karen Newell, Sammy Barmont, and Mariah Martin. And then the rest of the team are freshmen.
Okay, so it's seniors and freshmen.
That's it.
That's it, okay. So that maybe bodes well for the future.
Maybe.
Maybe, yes. But after the 3 seniors graduate, it's going to be a very young team come next year.
Very young team.
And Shippensburg getting ready to jump with Mechanicsburg, and the tap is controlled by the Greyhounds. That's Abby Strong. Back out to Maddie Hurst. And it's Hurst. And it's bounced underneath, and the shot is up and no good. And rebound comes down to Mechanicsburg.
Shippensburg.
Or excuse me, Shippensburg. And there's the pass all the way out of bounds.
They both wear maroon and white.
Yes, they do, yeah.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, tonight, the Mechanicsburg Wildcats are in the darks, and the white is the Shippensburg Greyhounds.
Now, I'm not used to seeing the Greyhounds in in white. There's the shot underneath, and it is good for Aspen Keach. So it's 2-0 Mechanicsburg. So it's Shippensburg that's in the white today. Okay, 20. And the shot from outside is up and no good. And the rebound now coming down to the Wildcats. A 2-0 Mechanicsburg lead.
Shippensburg sitting in a 2-3 zone, trying to make them shoot from the outside. But Mechanicsburg has been able to penetrate the zone the last 2 times down.
As the Wildcats work the ball, cross court it comes. That is number 20, Engel. And shot underneath is good for Logan Nutt. And underneath, and there the ball is taken away by Mechanicsburg. And the travel is called, so we'll go back to the Shippensburg Greyhounds.
Ship's going to take a quick timeout here just to get it settled down. It's 4-0 Mechanicsburg. It should be 6-0. Each time down the floor, Mechanicsburg has gotten to the basket, unable to convert the first time, converted the next 2, then got the travel there. So Shippensburg going to try to get everybody settled down and talk about the strategy. As it's
4-0 with 6:14 to go.
Ship with 2 turnovers already. So just get settled down, right? It's early in the game.
That's it. It's early, yes.
4 points only beat you at the end.
Yeah, that's right.
Not in the first quarter.
Not in the first quarter, yeah. And here are the Greyhounds as they take the basketball over to the right side. And this is a rum ball now underneath off the back of the glass. No good. And there's the bucket for Samantha Varmont.
Oh, they came out the full court press at Mechanicsburg, beat the press. They got someone open down low.
And back out it comes. Top of the circle, and that one is no good, but the rebound does come down to Mechanicsburg. Fight for the basketball. It's a jump basketball, Shippensburg possession.
Well, the timeout seemed to work. They got a bucket off of it, and then they now got the turnover. So
it's a 2-point game and a chance to take an early lead this time for Shippensburg. Yeah.
Mechanicsburg looks like they're in man now. They went to a man defense.
Turnaround shot is off the back of the glass, no good. And the rebound coming down to Abby Engel of Mechanicsburg. And now the jumper outside misses everything. And the rebound comes to the Greyhounds. And that was Kara Newell on the screen, and it's taken away. A turnover, Mechanicsburg all the way up, and the shot there is no good. Follow-up misses, rebound Greyhounds.
Yeah, Newell comes down with the rebound to get out of there, and the Greyhounds need to convert a couple of these trips down. Too many turnovers.
4:30 remaining to be played here in the first quarter. And the bounce pass is over right side, and that is Rumball. And now the shot going up from outside misses everything for Staver. And back it comes, fight for the basketball, jump ball. This one will be Mechanicsburg.
Mechanicsburg making some substitutions here. Still a 4-2 game. 4:06 to play in this first quarter.
Yes, about halfway through the quarter, and we've had 3 baskets combined. As Mechanicsburg will bring it across midcourt to Abby Engel. Bounced underneath, and that shot is knocked away. And here come the Greyhounds. They're going right to left across your screen, and going to be a foul underneath, and it'll be the first foul of the game. And this will send the Greyhounds to the line.
Noel's going to shoot 2.
And her first one is good. Kara Newell. A 4-3 game. And we're tied at 4 as that one rattles in. And the Mechanicsburg Wildcats take it their way. Pass out of bounds, and I think it bounced off of Shippensburg. It did. So it'll be Mechanicsburg basketball. Abby Strong. And bounced underneath, now back out top of the circle. Looking again, 3-pointer going up there, and it falls short for Engel, but Mechanicsburg will have another chance as they come away with the rebound.
Yeah, Ship's got to do a much better job of getting rebounds. Mechanicsburg getting too many second chances.
Underneath, and now back out, another 3-point try. This one misses out of bounds, and it's going to be Shippensburg basketball. It was off of the Wildcats.
3 minutes to go, we're tied at 4.
4-4 tie. Huh?
I didn't think 4 points was going to beat you early.
Yeah.
The next 4 might.
The next 4 could, yeah. The first 4 did not. Shippensburg has made those up. And now it's over right side. That was number 2, Newell. And it's going to be a whistle, and I think
foul on 45.
Okay, and that is on number 45, Jessica Rainey. And that's her first, team second. Greyhounds have yet to commit a foul. 3-point attempt there is no good. And the rebound comes down to Shippensburg, and they travel with it and turn it right back to the Wildcats.
Took a little bunny hop before she shot. You can't do that. You can't hop into your shot. That's against the rules, Gary.
Yep. And it didn't work as the ball goes out of bounds.
Well, the officials don't always catch those, though. They don't always.
No, you're right, yeah.
You know, it's not always.
Yeah.
Not always against the rules.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's always against the rules, just not always caught.
Yeah. And here is Tala Gilliard. And
that's a foul on run ball 24. She reached in, hit her hand.
And that'll be the first team foul on the Greyhounds.
As long as we can keep these fouls to a minimum, right?
Yes,
that's a goal.
It's always good.
When you play these 4 games in a row, you like them to go quickly or stay on time. How's that?
Yes, and you're not going to do that if we start committing a lot of fouls. And now the ball out of bounds, and I think Shippensburg knocked it away. They did. It'll be Mechanicsburg ball.
2:10 to play in the first quarter. Still 4-4. Score all tied up.
And here's Mechanicsburg underneath, and back out it's going to come. Wow,
Yeah, she had it. She could have taken it to the basket down there.
Yeah, she elected to throw it back out, and now they turn it over. And going to the basket and knocking the ball away out of bounds. And it's going to be Shippensburg. The ball was knocked away from Rumball.
They're going to give it to the Wildcats here.
Okay, they're saying Shippensburg knocked it away. 1:49 to go, first quarter, tied at 4. And the loose basketball on the court, back it comes and over, and a three-pointer, and that did everything but find the bottom of the net.
Number 5, Mechanicsburg number 5 on the foul.
Yeah. Okay, so this will send Shippensburg to the line. Or no, it won't.
Not yet.
No, not yet. And
they're holding it for the last shot.
Yeah, as we're down to 31 seconds. And back up it comes, and the ball with Mechanicsburg underneath. And the shot there is up. It rims out, comes back to the Shippensburg Greyhounds. So here's the Greyhounds. And the shot there is off the front of the basket, no good. And that's the way this first quarter comes to an end with the score, Mechanicsburg 4, Shippensburg 4, on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Football fans love 2 things: supporting their team and the Ford F-150 at Keystone Ford. Eagles fans love its best-in-class payload. Baltimore Raven fans like the F-150's efficiency with best-in-class gas mileage. And Washington fans, well, they love the Keystone Ford price. Steelers fans like defense and the F-150's 5-star crash test rating. Regardless of your team, we've got your truck. We're Keystone Ford, a dealer for you, the people.
Greenville Cats, and there comes the shot from outside that misses everything. And we've gone quite a while without either team scoring a basket here.
Almost since the beginning.
Yeah, I think all the points came in the first part of the first quarter.
Right.
And now here is the shot from outside, and that breaks the scoring drought in a big way. That is Tori Rumball, and she will nail the three.
Well, that's the only way you're going to get them out of the zone is if you start hitting those threes, then they got to do something else.
Shippensburg has their first lead of the day at 7-4.
At this rate, it's almost insurmountable.
3 points. Well, we had a 4-point lead overcome a little bit earlier. And Mechanicsburg will put it across court. And now underneath, the shot up there is no good. And the rebound comes down. It's going to be a jump ball, which will go to Shippensburg. So that's the Greyhounds in the white today, and Mechanicsburg in the maroon. Over on the right side, the jumper is up and no good, and the rebound does come down to Maddie Hurst in the Mechanicsburg Wildcats, and bounced underneath, and the ball will roll out of bounds.
So Ship looking for a couple of shooters to get hot here. They missed a couple of little easy putbacks, but so is Mechanicsburg. They missed a bunch early on under the basket. So this is just survival now, right?
Yes, that's what it amounts to from outside, and that's no good. And but Mechanicsburg gets another offensive rebound. And we'll have another shot at it here. And across it comes, and the shot is up there, and it's good, and that will tie the game. That is Talia Gillard with the three-pointer.
Yeah, a lot of times it's hard to shoot in a gym like this for kids with the bleachers under the basket. It's a whole different look.
You're not used to that in a lot of gyms.
Right? You have a wall behind it. It's closed. It's these baskets are kind of hanging out all by themselves, and it is hard. It's difficult sometimes to shoot in a gym like this.
Well, Gilliard got the ball, and she had time to set and before she made the shot there, and it worked. It was not rushed at all. And I know when you get to the Giant Center, you hear that a lot, too, of having to adjust to all the open space underneath. And that shot is off the back of the glass and no good. And a travel, and it'll be Ship basketball.
Well, they must have heard us in our pregame when we said we don't like a lot of fouls because we like these games staying on time. Because, fans are upset that the fouls aren't being called, but we're okay with it.
Yes, we're fine. Huh? Yeah. Underneath it comes, and Shippensburg loses it. And bounce pass out, three-point try is off the glass, no good for Schrass, and back it'll come to Shippensburg.
Ship is just giving the ball away underneath. They're making bounce passes under their basket, but they're passing them right to Mechanicsburg.
And down it comes. This is Newell. And it's Newell underneath, and there's the two-pointer. Karen Newell. And it's a 9-7 game. And out it comes. That's Abby Engel. And back out again, and this is Gilliard, who had the three earlier. 9-7, the Shippensburg lead. And the ball is taken away by the Greyhounds. We get down to 3 minutes remaining. It was 4-4 after the first quarter. 3 minutes to go in the half, and it's 9-7 Shippensburg.
Back in the zone.
as the Greyhounds trying to work it in. And they managed to get the pass off there to Morris. We come down to 2.5 minutes remaining to halftime.
Everybody will be wanting that shot clock soon.
Yeah.
They'll be wanting that installed at halftime.
Yeah, maybe not a bad idea. Will it ever come to high school?
Oh, there's a big debate in Pennsylvania right now. All the basketball coaches are debating it. So, yeah, we'll have more details on that on the word on the street tomorrow night. But certainly a lot of people are starting to push for it.
And it's a matter of if it gets enough support. And back it comes on the outside. And that's Gilliard. And it's taken away by the Shippensburg Greyhounds. And the Greyhounds with the basketball. And shot is partially blocked and now taken away by the Wildcats. They try to get it to Gilliard. Off her fingertips out of bounds, and the ball will go to the Shippensburg Greyhounds with 1:39 to go.
Neither team wants to win.
Yeah, certainly been a lot of turnovers.
Both teams are keeping each other in this game.
Yeah. And right now it's a 9-7 game with 1:30 remaining in the first half. And now we're going to get it.
Yeah, she bunny hopped again.
Yep, and this time she got caught.
That's the second time that she got caught on that little bunny hop step.
And that's Mariah Martin. Nine to 7 it remains as we're just over a minute to go here in the first half of basketball. And now the three-pointer is short, and Shippensburg will get the rebound, and they get it to Newell out on the left side with 55 seconds.
I'll tell you what they're not doing is they're not beating Mechanicsburg back up the court either. Even though they're getting the rebound and getting out in transition, they're not getting up there before the Wildcats do, and they can't get an offense going. They're forced to pull it out, play against this zone.
And now the Greyhounds working underneath, not able to get a good shot off. Mechanicsburg gets a hand on it, and they have the basketball. And they get it to Abby Engel. And now the three-pointer is no good. That's Gilliard.
Hold it for the last shot. Hold it for the last shot. 17 seconds to
go. Yep, we'll see how the Greyhounds play it here. And that looks, they're going to take this wood three-pointer, top of the key. It's no good. And this is Gilliard going to the length for Mechanicsburg, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, Rumball reached in and grabbed her arm.
Will not be a shooting foul.
As we haven't had a lot of fouls. One team with 4 and the other, the Greyhounds have 2.
Outside, and the shot is good from down in the corner. Was that number 20? Yes. Number 20, Abby Engel, to give the Wildcats the halftime lead of 10-9. And we'll be back with the Antrim Insurance halftime show right after these messages on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
There are so many things to get done this time of year. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but man, it can get overwhelming, especially the money. That's why I prefer F&M Trust for my banking. F&M Trust has all the mobile and online tools I need to keep on top of finances, and they have 22 locations, every one of them right here in South Central PA. That's 100% local to me, and it's banking done my way every day. If this sounds like a great bank to you, learn more now at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Battery Express and more. And more means batteries for cars, trucks, heavy equipment, boats, ATVs, including computers, laptops, watches, security systems, and dog collars. Battery Express and more. The power that keeps you going. 2364 Warm Spring Road, Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 12. Phone 717-331-6996.
There's a reason folks are flying in from as far as Texas, Florida, Nebraska, and North Carolina. It's our lowest price guarantee. And when they get here, they find out the price you see is the price you pay. And there's more. We're the area's #1 volume Chevy dealer. We've got the Used Car Super Center. We give everyone free Pennsylvania State inspection. And with our credit doctors, Mike and Nate, everybody drives. At Blaze Alexander Chevrolet, where we're taking deals the other guys won't. Guaranteed. Find new roads.
Se habla español.
Mondor Pharmacy in St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of McConnellsburg, your friendly neighborhood pharmacy. Free delivery and drive-through at all 3 locations. We carry Willow Tree products as well as other gift items. Mondor Pharmacy of St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of McConnellsburg. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Winter is here, and Franklin Hardware and Pet Center in Chambersburg has your supplies. Snow shovels of all types, de-icer, salt, and everything that goes with winter weather conditions. Stock up now at Franklin Hardware and Pet Center, 1975 Philadelphia Avenue in Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 7, and Saturday, 8 to 5. Phone 717-263-2624.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider, always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
Let Olympian Athletics in downtown Waynesboro outfit your team with uniforms, warm-ups, hats, spirit wear, and more. Olympian Athletics offers all types of clothing and accessories, from traditional to fashion to uniforms and workwear. We do screen printing, embroidery, and digital design, individual and team trophies for any event. Olympian Athletics, 55 West Main Street in downtown Waynesboro, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5.
The Chambersburg Trojans play here. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back here at Shippensburg Area Senior High School, I'm Gary Klein along with Mike Bonadoro. We're at halftime. The Mechanicsburg Wildcats lead Shippensburg by a score of 10-9. And if it is January, Ice Fest is just around the corner. Ice Fest 2018 is set for Thursday, January 25th through Sunday, January 28th. Giant ice sculptures carved before your eyes, photos in the magical throne, a snowfall ball, chili cook-off, a scavenger hunt, a giant ice slide, and so much more for the entire family. It is Pennsylvania's largest ice festival. Details at explorefranklincountypa.com or call 866-646-8060. And a low-scoring first half, to say the least. Teams were tied at 4 at the end of the first quarter, and Mechanicsburg outscores Shippensburg 6-5 in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's hard to say what really happened. As I said early in the game, there was a lot of stuff going on, but there's a lot of nothing going on, right? I mean, there was only a couple of baskets made. On both teams, a lot of bad plays, a lot of passes to the wrong people. Balls being thrown out of bounds, a lot of unforced turnovers, and then they couldn't buy a bucket here and there. So both teams are obviously in the locker room. Neither one is happy, but both teams feel like they can come out and win the second half.
Yeah, and right now it's wide open, 10-9. The Mechanicsburg lead at the half, and we will be coming back with a third quarter action right after these messages on the F&M Trust, the sports network on Mid-Penn Broadcasting.
Coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at antriminspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to jdpower.com.
Erie Insurance.
That's the sound of an engine running on the strength of Castrol Edge. This is that same engine in the middle of a hot desert. Now in the cold of the Arctic. Now on a mountain. On a dark and stormy night. In the clouds. In a dream within a dream! We test and perfect Castrol Edge to be its strongest no matter what you put it through. Visit youtube.com/CastrolUSA to see how. Castrol Edge. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
Sites Jet Lube, 1038 Lincoln Way West, Chambersburg. No appointment necessary. Phone 717-267-0257. We use Castrol oil. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
Okay, what you got here is your basic Ford Escape. You can buy it right here. This baby doesn't mess around, and it drives the competition crazy. See this hands-free liftgate? We have it. These guys don't. Need help parking? Escape has it. Do they? No, no, no. Got jet skis or a boat? Not the Titanic. Something smaller? If it weighs more than this, these guys can't do it. That's the Ford Escape, and we're Keystone Ford. Fast, fair, and friendly.
You can count on Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle for all your heating and cooling needs. Same-day service, free estimates, 24-hour emergency services, and free second opinions. Phone 717-597-9900 or visit us online at premierhvacpa.com. Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle, your local heating and air conditioning professionals.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Most companies ask for applicants with experience, but where do you get that unless someone gives you a job? Let the U.S. Air Force help. We offer comprehensive job training in over 140 specialties, and we'll help with education costs to finish your degree. Gain unmatched experience for your untapped potential with the United States Air Force. Call 1-800-423-USAF or visit www.airforce.com.
Ready for second half action here in Chambersburg. First of 4 games today, and remember, immediately following this one, it'll be the Shippensburg boys taking on the Mechanicsburg boys. And 10-9 is the Mechanicsburg lead at halftime. And it's going to be Mechanicsburg ball under their own basket. Mechanicsburg now goes right to left across your screen in the second half. And steal for Shippensburg. And taking it the length of the court for the layup there. And it is good, as that's Remy Staver for the 2.
That's our third lead change of the day.
And 11-10, Shippensburg is back on top. Early moments of the second half. And Mechanicsburg, and another steal. And to the basket this time, and drawing the foul. Trying to get it up court was Tori Rumball. She'll be fouled, and this should be a shooting foul.
Shooting foul, she's going to shoot too.
As the foul is called on Maddie Hurst of Mechanicsburg. That's her first, team's first of the second half. No good on the first try from Rumball.
That's what we don't want to see, this trend of fouls getting started.
Yeah. Yes, let's hope not. That's only one now, Mike.
Yeah, well, it's early.
Yeah, and there's the second one, and it's good. And now back it comes to Mechanicsburg. Shippensburg with a 2-point lead. And outside shot there is no good. But Mechanicsburg gets her own rebound. And the ball is taken away by Shippensburg. A nice steal there from Newell. As it goes the other way. And it's going to be a foul under the basket.
On the floor, no shooting foul. So Ship will maintain possession. 6:42 to play in this third quarter. Let's get some air. We need some music or something playing, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
We need a little energy. We need something to pick us up.
Logan Nutt was charged with the foul. I can put some music on if you'd like. Off the rim and no good. And the rebound comes down to Mechanicsburg, and that shot is no good. And Shippensburg with the rebound and getting the pass off in traffic. Newell to Rumball.
Ship looks a little faster the second half they did in the first half. In the first half, they were getting beat down the floor by the Wildcats. They don't seem to be getting beat as much now.
And how about that? A three-pointer. That's Mariah Martin for three. And Shippensburg has a 5-point lead.
Biggest lead of the day. Mechanicsburg takes a timeout. They're like, hey, 5 points could take us a whole quarter to catch up.
Yes, based by the first two, it will with 6:03. To go third quarter, Shippensburg leads this one 15-10. And if it is January, Ice Fest is just around the corner. Ice Fest 2018 is set for January 25th through Sunday, January 28th. Giant ice sculptures carved before your eyes, photos in the magical throne, a snowfall ball, chili cook-off, a scavenger hunt, a giant slide, and so much more for the entire family. It is Pennsylvania's largest ice festival. Details at explorefranklincountypa.com or call 866-646-8060.
I'm looking forward to that. I enjoy Ice Fest.
It's always a great event here in downtown Chambersburg.
And even, was it last year when it was really warm, the week of Ice Fest? But even still, those sculptures are so thick.
Yeah.
And the ice is so big, it takes days to melt, weeks.
Yes, I've seen it. It's amazing what they could do with that ice.
Yes.
And it's hard. And,
but there's so many other things going on, too. It's not just looking at the ice sculpture. So, it's a good event, a good event for the Chamber of Commerce to come and spend some of your money and give it back to the community.
As we look underneath, and the shot is up and no good. Mechanicsburg. And from outside, the three-point attempt, and that's not going to go, but Mechanicsburg gets to the rebound, and there with the putback is Logan Nutt.
Mechanicsburg going to press a little bit here.
They've cut the lead to three. It's a one-possession game.
It's been a one-possession game all day.
Yeah, yeah, I think it has. Yeah. From the outset, yeah. And the Greyhounds steal it but knock it away, so it'll go back to the Wildcats.
15-12 is the score with 5:16 to go in the third quarter. Getting the game has picked up the pace a little bit.
That's Logan Nutt. And now from outside, that's going to fall short for Schrass. And the rebound to the Greyhounds. As it comes back underneath, and the shot off the back of the glass is no good. Fight for the rebound. We're going to get the foul called. I believe so, yes.
Going to call that on number 4, Staver, and I'm not sure that was. I'm not sure that's the right call there, but who am I to say?
Yeah, you can always have an opinion. That's for sure.
Well, they had a better angle than I did.
Yeah, and out it comes right side. Now back top of the circle, off the glass is no good, as the ball is put back to the Shippensburg Greyhounds, and now another foul.
Yeah, I told you, Gary. I told you this half looked like a foul fest.
Yeah.
But I got to say, I still think the Wildcats are beating the Greyhounds down the floor. They can't get anything out of transition because they can't get down there fast enough.
Shot is up there, and it is good from outside. That is a rum ball. And was that a 3 or
that
2?
That was a 3.
A 3, okay. It was a 3-pointer. And an 18-12 6-point Greyhound lead as the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest lead of the night for either team.
Yes, by far. 4 points earlier from Mechanicsburg. Yes. The Wildcats now trying to play catch-up here as we're halfway through the third quarter. And there we're going to get the foul. And it's going to be called on the Greyhounds, I think, number
2.
2, yes. And that's the first of the afternoon on Karen Newell. Outside 3, just a misses. And it goes back to Mechanicsburg underneath, and there's the basket from Logan Nutt, who now has 6. And it's an 18-14 game. Seems like Mechanicsburg's beating Shippensburg underneath on the offensive boards. They're getting a lot of rebounds.
Yes, they are, both sides of the court.
And there's the ball that goes out of bounds.
That's a foul, too.
Now we're
call that on Mechanicsburg. Well, we got to get to a point where it's going to be 1-1s, right? And then the bonus.
Yeah.
We got to get there.
Well, we're working on it. That's
part of the rules.
Yeah. And it was on Mechanicsburg's Jessica Rainey outside and sinking the 3 for Shippensburg. That's Tori Rumball. That's her third 3 of the day.
Yep. Tori Rumball gets hot. Look out.
And the Greyhounds by 7. And that misses everything out of bounds. This ball is worked up court for Shippensburg. It rolls out of bounds.
And that time they give it to Shippensburg. I'm not sure I agree with that either, but again, they have a better angle than I do.
Yeah, you're upstairs. Yeah.
Right.
And here's the Greyhounds, Sheila Morris. Now it's over to Newell. Underneath, this is Martin. Shot there is short. Jump ball, and that will belong to Mechanicsburg.
I say find a way to get the ball to Rumball, right?
Yeah,
she's
the
got
way
the hot
she's hitting,
hand.
yeah.
Keep feeding her.
Yeah, keep feeding her, keep putting them up.
Doesn't make any sense not to. There she is. Ooh.
Yeah. She didn't take it, throws it back top of the circle. 3-point try there by Newell. It's no good. And it's out of bounds, knocked out by Shippensburg.
Well, Staver's doing a great job under the basket. She's gotten a lot of rebounds on there. She's the probably the smallest one on the court right now. But you know what? Rebound is about hard work. It's about 1-2. You know, it's about 1-2. That's not necessarily size.
as we get it underneath and taken away again by Mechanicsburg. As we approach the 2-minute mark, the ball will go out of bounds. Shippensburg will get it on the turnover.
21-14, 2:10 to go in this third quarter, and this is, whew.
Yes, a 7-point Shippensburg lead.
7-point Shippensburg lead. We got a timeout on the floor.
And we will take a timeout also on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on midpenbroadcasting.com and the sportspage.blog.
Count on Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle for all your heating and cooling needs. Same-day service, free estimates, 24-hour emergency services, and free second opinions. Phone 717-597-9900 or visit us online at premierhvacpa.com. Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle, your local heating and air conditioning professionals.
2:10 to go in quarter number 3 here at Chambersburg, where the Shippensburg Greyhounds have opened up a 7-point lead over Mechanicsburg in the third quarter. Shippensburg trailed 10-9 at the half and have outscored Mechanicsburg 11-5 as Shippensburg had more points here in under 6 minutes than they did the entire first half, and that's going to be thrown away. Turnover, Mechanicsburg basketball.
Too many of those unforced errors today.
We're down to 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Over left side it comes. That's Maddie Hurst now out and giving it a look, but now throwing it away, and Shippensburg will get it. Another Wildcats turnover.
Oh, they're going 5 for 5 here. That's a substitution, right? Put
that
5
is,
in,
yeah.
5 out.
Yeah, a whole new set of 5 players on the floor.
Coach looks frustrated. See if he can get a little bit out of this 5.
And over, better get rid of it now finally. Getting it off to 24, Tori Rumball. And back out it comes. This is Newell. And a Rumball. Rumball underneath.
Staver working hard, getting under the basket. She throws it up, almost gets an and one. Well, because it didn't fall, she didn't get the and one, but she is going to shoot 2. So that's good effort.
So it'll be Staver here with the 2-shot foul, and she's got the first one. She now has 3 points on the afternoon. And now the second one is up, and it's off the back of the glass, no good. And the rebound coming down to the Shippensburg Greyhounds.
22-14, that's an 8-point lead. That's crazy.
Yes, it is, and that is the biggest of the afternoon. Mechanicsburg having trouble putting it through here in the third quarter, and just as I say that, one goes down for number 10, Abby Strong. So it's back to a 6-point game with 45 seconds to go, and a foul is going to be called.
That's 1-1 already, right?
And no, it's only 6.
Okay. I looked up, I thought that was 6 already.
And
now it's going to be 1-1.
The next one will be. It was called on Skorinsky. Now Ship will inbound it under their own bucket. And the 3-pointer, it just misses. That was Rumball again. And it'll be Mechanicsburg basketball.
I'm saving up all my energy to root for the Titans tonight, Gary.
Oh, yes. the Titans and New England Patriots.
Yeah, I'm saving up my energy for that. I'm the biggest Titans fan in the country right now.
Oh, yeah. You win it. And there's the shot that is up and no good. And the rebound comes down to Shippensburg. It's going to be tough for the Titans to win in New England. We know that, but it's possible. Shot up, no good. And the rebound to Mechanicsburg. And that's the way quarter number 3 comes to an end. It is a 22-16 lead for Shippensburg on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on midpenbroadcasting.com and the sportspage.blog.
Winter is here, and Franklin Hardware and Pet Center in Chambersburg has your supplies. Snow shovels of all types, de-icer, salt, and everything that goes with winter weather conditions. Stock up now at Franklin Hardware and Pet Center, 1975 Philadelphia Avenue in Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 7, and Saturday, 8 to 5. Phone 717-263-2624.
Most companies ask for applicants with experience, but where do you get that unless someone gives you a job? Let the U.S. Air Force help. We offer comprehensive job training in over 140 specialties, and we'll help with education costs to finish your degree. Gain unmatched experience for your untapped potential with the United States Air Force. Call 1-800-423-USAF or visit www.airforce.com. This message brought to you by Technical Sergeant Kevin Patrick of the United States Air Force and Mid-Penn Broadcasting.
You can reach Tech Sergeant Patrick locally at 717-480-7254. And underway in the fourth quarter with a 22-16 Shippensburg lead. Mechanicsburg scoring just 6 points in that third quarter as Shippensburg outscored the Wildcats 13-6.
Maybe enough. Who knows, right?
It could be at 6. And there's a shot that ribs out. Rebound Mechanicsburg, considering Mechanicsburg has scored 4, 6, and 6 on the day in the first 3 quarters, Mike. Outside shot, no good. Rebound, at least for the moment, to Shippensburg, but it's going to be Mechanicsburg ball.
You ain't call a jump ball. They all had their hands on it there, and Newell came out with it, but he blew the whistle before Newell came out, so it's a jump ball.
Over to the corner, 3-point shot there is good. That'll get you back in a hurry.
That's right.
And that's Gilliard for the 3. And it's a 3-point game. As Shippensburg now tries to come up with the answer. Rumball with the basketball, gets it to Barmon. And now to Newell. Over it comes again. That's Staver in the corner. Staver back out top of the circle. Underneath, this is Staver, and the shot there is no good, out of bounds. It'll belong to Mechanicsburg.
She was under the basket too deep.
Yeah.
She got to the basket, but she was too far under.
Yeah, and did not have a chance to get a good shot off.
No. That went up and hit the back of the backboard.
Over to the corner. And once again in the corner. Shot is up and no good. And the rebound coming down to Shippensburg. Pretty good ball handling there from Newell. And she works it to Barman.
So they're going to go to the line here, shoot a 1-on-1.
And this one will put the Greyhounds at the line.
Well, you like your chances here if you're Shippensburg, because you're going to go to the line a lot in the last 6 minutes. And Mechanicsburg still can be fouled 4 more times.
Yes, that was the 7th on Mechanicsburg. Shippensburg misses it.
Shippensburg
only has 2. That's the thing. You got to put them through when you get the chance. And Shippensburg will get it back again on still another turnover. As Mechanicsburg tries to press. And the ball knocked out of bounds, and Mechanicsburg will get the turnover. 6 minutes in the game, 22-19 is the Shippensburg lead. Wildcats could tie it on this possession. They're down by 3. 5:45 on the scoreboard clock. Loose basketball on the court, fight for the ball, jump ball, possession will be Shippensburg. Shippensburg and Mechanicsburg boys to follow here on Mid-Penn Broadcasting. And here's Rumball, and it's out of bounds. And it's Shippensburg. They work the basketball now over to the left side, underneath, and there is the layup. Tori Rumball, she has 12 on the day, 12, half of the offense.
Half of the offense, so the future's bright.
24-19, underneath it comes, back out. And again, the shot is up there and no good. Second one is no good. And the rebound comes down to the Shippensburg Greyhounds. 4:48 remaining here in the ball game. Shippensburg with a 5-point lead at 24-19 underneath. And the shot there is good from Newell. It is a 26-19 lead for the Shippensburg Greyhounds. Timeout on the court on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on midpennbroadcasting.com and the sportspage.blog.
There are so many things to get done this time of year. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but man, it can get overwhelming, especially the money. That's why I prefer F&M Trust for my banking. F&M Trust has all the mobile and online tools I need to keep on top of finances, and they have 22 locations, every one of them right here in South Central PA. That's 100% local to me, and it's banking done my way every day. If this sounds like a great bank to you, learn more now at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Here we are back at Chambersburg Area Senior High School. 4:35 remaining to be played in the basketball game with the Greyhounds working the Mechanicsburg. As Mechanicsburg tries to come back from a 5-point deficit, and they do get the rebound underneath and put it through. That's Gilliard, who has 8 for the Wildcats. And the Wildcats, almost forced a turnover, jump ball, and it will belong to the Wildcats. 5-point game at 26-21. Shippensburg's biggest lead of the game was 8.
Biggest lead was 8, and that was a probably not the smartest pass with the situation that they're in. It's hard to throw a ball 3/4 of the court and complete it, even if you're Tom Brady.
Yes, and the ball goes out of bounds. So, do you think the Patriots have it, or the Titans have a chance at Brady and the Patriots tonight?
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest Titans fan right now.
Yeah. But only for tonight, right?
Right.
Over on the right side it comes. I think the Patriots are a 12.5-point favorite.
I'm sure they are.
And Bow back out top of the circle, and it's no good. That was Mariah Martin, and the rebound.
Yeah.
was not called.
Right, then she didn't.
Yeah. And no, she didn't get caught, is what.
Right.
And here come the Greyhounds. And good ball handling there. They get it to Martin. And now going underneath, and it's going to be, they're going to call that on Shippensburg?
No, Noel's going to the line.
Yeah. So it'll be Noel. It'll be a and the shot is no good. First of the two is no good.
But they definitely got to make these because they're getting opportunities to increase the lead without the clock running here.
Yeah, and you got to take advantage of it.
You got to take advantage of it.
And they did not that time.
Not either one.
And if they keep fouling and you keep making them, there's no way they're going to catch you.
Right,
yeah.
They can't catch you.
Yeah.
But you got to make one.
You got to make them, yeah. If you don't, you leave the opposition right back in it.
Even if you only make one of the two.
And that shot is no good. Shippensburg got the rebound there on the baseline, and they got it to Martin. And now back over it comes to Rumball. Rumball's had a big afternoon for the Greyhounds. That's an obvious foul there on Mechanicsburg. Night team foul.
You certainly don't want to put them in the double bonus. I mean, they're not making their one-on-one, so you got to be careful.
Yeah. And so it'll be Rumball for the front end of a 1-and-1. And that one is no good. And this is a jump ball, but it'll be Mechanicsburg possession.
Another missed foul shot.
At 2:34 to go in the game. And Mechanicsburg is going to call a timeout. And if it's January, Ice Fest is just around the corner. Ice Fest 2018 is set for Thursday, January 25th through Sunday, January 28th. Giant ice sculptures carved before your eyes, photos in the magical throne, snowfall ball, chili cook-off, a scavenger hunt, a giant ice slide, and so much more for the entire family. It is Pennsylvania's largest ice festival. Details at explorefranklincountypa.com or call 866-646-8060.
So Shippensburg has scored 4 points this quarter, and Mechanicsburg has scored 5 points this quarter. So 4 and 5.
That's 9 points in 5.5 minutes.
Yes. It's kind of like how we started, huh?
Yes.
4 to 4.
And Mechanicsburg has not been able to take advantage of the missed foul shots by Shippensburg.
Right. Ship is fortunate to not be playing someone else today because this would have turned out rather ugly had they been playing someone with a little bit more scoring touch.
And Mechanicsburg to inbound it, and they give it right back to Shippensburg. Just like that into Newell's hands. And the Greyhounds, and good chance they'll just wait to be fouled here, and that's what happened. Number 34, Schrass, is called for the foul, which will put Shippensburg in the double bonus.
For the rest of the way.
Yes, that's right.
2:15 to play.
It could be a lot of trips to the foul line.
I think that's how they think they're going to catch up now, right? I mean, it is a strategy.
And Staver misses it. Well, the part of fouling them and getting the chances, that part is working. Shippensburg is missing, but Mechanicsburg has been unable to take advantage of it as the Greyhounds miss still another one. And they get their own rebound. Now give it to Mechanicsburg. As the Wildcats here desperately trying to get a bucket. They put it up from 3, and it's short. And it'll be Shippensburg basketball.
Timeout. And this is where, this is where it hurts Shippensburg with a young freshman team. right there, Remy got the ball under the basket, and she was trying to make a play, but she didn't have to.
Yeah.
All she did was bring it back out, set up the offense, see if you can get some time off the clock. Like she just was so throw thing in the middle and create that turnover there. And I think that comes with just game sense, game knowledge, and obviously it has to come with age.
Yes, and just take it and hang on to the basketball because they're going to foul you again.
Right. So just, take it and hold the ball or pull it back out and do something, but don't try to force something under the basket with 2 minutes to go and a 5-point lead.
Yeah, there's no need.
No need to force it.
Yeah.
The clock's on your side.
Clock's on your side, and the fact that Mechanicsburg has not been able to hit much of anything. They've had opportunity after opportunity and have not been able to put it through.
Yeah, you got to make sure if Gilliard's on the court, you got to make sure you defend her at the 3-point line. I think she's the one player on that team that can hurt you from outside. Everybody else, you just play it. You play it straight up. But you got to know where Gilliard is.
And this will be Shippensburg basketball as the Greyhounds get it back. We're inside of 2 minutes to play. And I think we're going to get another foul called here on Mechanicsburg. No,
that was a jump ball. So possession error.
Jump ball. Okay, they called the jump.
Possession error was Shippensburg. There's 1:50 to play. 26-21 still.
And this is number 24 of the Greyhounds, Rumball. And Rumball working it around the left side. And now we get the foul called. And it looks like it'll be called on Abby Strong.
And that's the right approach for Shippensburg right there. Just keep the ball up top. Put your two best foul shooters at the top of the key and throw it back and forth to each other. I mean, that makes perfectly good sense to me.
And the first one is good. And there you have it from Mariah Martin, who is a senior. Yeah.
You don't have to do any more than that. Rumball and Martin just touch the ball.
And the second one is good. There you go. She makes both ends of it and turns it into a 3-possession game. And Mechanicsburg will call time. And unless the Wildcats show something here in the last minute and 25, Mike, that they haven't all day, Shippensburg in total control here.
Well, the deal is, Gary, wins don't have to be pretty. They just have to be wins.
Wins. That is correct. They all count the same in the rankings.
They all count the same. There's no asterisk by them that say this one's pretty. What does Coach Tomlin say? We don't get points for style, right? We don't get style points. So
right. There's no style points. Points only come from winning. And if there were style points to give out, I don't think there'd be too many of them.
Not zero. They'd be negative numbers.
Yeah. Here this
negative
afternoon.
Numbers tonight.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to watch it from atop this. It's a beautiful gymnasium, though.
Isn't it, huh?
What a great facility.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and just to host a type of event like this, the Trojan Wars, where the place was packed a couple of weeks ago. Perfect venue. And out it comes. Rebound comes down to Shippensburg. And a whistle and a foul.
I think at some point you got to give up, right?
Yeah, and we're down to a minute 11, and it's a 7-point game. And at the line is Newell, and she's got it. And that makes it an 8-point game. And I think it's about that time, Mike. Just hang it up for another day. And there's the pass that goes out of bounds, and back to Shippensburg it comes.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what he does here, because it's an 8-point lead. There's a minute 5 to go. You just threw the ball away. You missed the layup the last time down. Are you willing to concede here, or are you just gonna foul again?
Well, they call a timeout.
Shippensburg took a timeout because they couldn't get the ball inbounded.
Yeah.
So 29-21, 1:05 to play fourth quarter, and this was fun.
Oh, yes, it was
Yeah, this was fun.
interesting
It was
afternoon.
nice. It was a good time being back in this chair next to you and watching a little bit of high school basketball. Yeah, I would have liked for a cleaner, more entertaining game, but again, you know, ugly wins are still wins.
They're wins, absolutely. And, it will count just the same. It's going to be another W in the column for Shippensburg. And that's very big. They're number 16 currently in the rankings. And, you know, have a big game coming up against Greencastle Monday night in Shippensburg.
That should be fun. Should be a fun night. I will be in Greencastle on Monday night for the boys' game. So get to see that one.
And, boy, that should be just an outstanding game. You know, Shippensburg and Greencastle, two outstanding basketball teams. Unquestionably, we got the three best ones in the area on display today.
Yeah.
And we get a foul called. And this will be Staver at the line, and she misses it. Staver now just 1 of 5 from the line.
There she goes.
And the second one is good. As we're inside a minute to play, Shippensburg with a lead of 30-21. As Mechanicsburg goes underneath and misses everything.
Let him go.
Just let him shoot it at this point.
Don't foul him, let him.
No.
See, that's crazy.
You foul them, put them at the line with 38.6 seconds to go.
Well, you still have 2 fouls to give here, but still, don't foul him.
That's right, and not at the line. I mean, that's only 4. Not
there
again.
You go again, right? They can't get 9 points in 32 seconds.
Yeah,
I mean,
let them shoot it. Let them shoot it and go.
You can do that, but I don't think they can do it.
Yeah. And now Mechanicsburg travels. Yeah, there's no need to foul. Let them run the clock. Put a shot up. Shippensburg, Mechanicsburg boys to follow. And we get another whistle here. And you're right, Mike, a lot of fouls in this second half.
Did they foul again here?
Yes, this time it was Mechanicsburg who fouled.
Why?
Guess they want the ball back. There's 26 seconds to go. And this time they fouled Mariah Martin, who's 2 of 2 from the line, 3 of 3. She just looks like she can shoot fouls. She's got that nice form, and so far 3 out of 3 today. And this, as I say that, she misses. And here come the Mechanicsburg outside, and there's the three-pointer they've been looking for most of the fourth quarter. Comes from Gilliard. It's a 7-point game, 31-24.
No.
And we're going to have to get at least one more foul in here, I think. And there it is with 1.4.
Why?
Good question. But that's not the first I've seen that, Mike.
That doesn't make any sense. As a coach, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that's the one thing you're like, really? At what point? That's not even, I can't even respect, I hate to say that, but I've struggled with that as a coach.
And the fourth on Hurst, and the first shot there is good.
They weren't going to score. The ball was out past the volleyball line.
Yeah.
There's 1.4 seconds left. You're down by 7. You haven't scored 7 points in a quarter.
Yes, let them. Yeah, exactly.
So you know, at that point the game's over. That's awful.
And now it is officially over, and it's a 32-24 victory for Shippensburg. Boys game is coming up, and just to go over some stats quickly, for Shippensburg, we had Newell on the day with 10 points. 7 points for Newell. Staver had 2 4 points. Barmett with 2. Rumball, a big day with 13 on the afternoon. And you had Mariah Martin with 6. Now for Mechanicsburg, it's 11 points for Gilliard, including 3 threes. Abby Engel with the 3-pointer. You had Logan Nutt with 6 and Allison Schrass with 2. And Mechanicsburg, I don't have them at the foul line all day. Did I miss something there?
You're probably right. Yeah, no, there were no shooting fouls.
Yeah, there was no shooting fouls. And 3-5-7, Shippensburg went 10 for 14, 19, 20, 6, 12, 17, 20. They took 26 shots from the line and made only 10 of the 26, did Shippensburg. So that's going to wrap it up for the girls portion today. John Freeman will be coming along in just a few minutes to join Mike Mondadoro for the game, next game, which is the Shippensburg boys and the Mechanicsburg boys, which will be coming up here right after these messages. Always a pleasure working with you, Mike. And a reminder,
I enjoyed it.
To join us for Word on the Street on WRGG and Mid-Penn Broadcasting tomorrow night from 7 until 9 p.m. as we will be talking about the tournament. Here are the dunks for Drew, as well as the NFL playoffs. Tomorrow, Word on the Street, 7 until 9 p.m.
There's a reason folks are flying in from as far as Texas, Florida, Nebraska, and North Carolina. It's our lowest price guarantee. And when they get here, they find out the price you see is the price you pay. And there's more. We're the area's #1 volume Chevy dealer. We've got the Used Car Super Center. We give everyone free Pennsylvania State inspection. And with our credit doctors, Mike and Nate, everybody drives. At Blaze Alexander Chevrolet, where we're taking deals the other guys won't. Guaranteed. Find new roads.
Se habla español. There are so many things to get done this time of year. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but man, it can get overwhelming, especially the money. That's why I prefer F&M Trust for my banking. F&M Trust has all the mobile and online tools I need to keep on top of finances, and they have 22 locations, every one of them right here in South Central PA. That's 100% local to me, and it's banking done my way every day. If this sounds like a great bank to you, learn more now at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Battery Express and more. And more means batteries for cars, trucks, heavy equipment, boats, ATVs, including computers, laptops, watches, security systems, and dog collars. Battery Express and more. The power that keeps you going. 2364 Warm Spring Road, Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 12. Phone 717-331-6996.
Let Olympian Athletics in downtown Waynesboro outfit your team with uniforms, warm-ups, hats, spirit wear, and more. Olympian Athletics offers all types of clothing and accessories, from traditional to fashion to uniforms and workwear. We do screen printing, embroidery, and digital design, individual and team trophies for any event. Olympian Athletics, 55 West Main Street in downtown Waynesboro, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5.
You can count on Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle for all your heating and cooling needs. Same-day service, free estimates, 24-hour emergency services, and free second opinions. Phone 717-597-9900 or visit us online at premierhvacpa.com. Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle, your local heating and air conditioning professionals.
Mondor Pharmacy in St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of McConnellsburg, your friendly neighborhood pharmacy. Free delivery and drive-through at all 3 locations. We carry Willow Tree products as well as other gift items. Mondor Pharmacy of St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of McConnellsburg. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Welcome back to Mid-Penn Broadcasting for the Dunks for Drew. The Dunks for Drew tournament today, or exciting basketball action. We are just getting ready to get started with the second game of the doubleheader. I'm Mike Montadoro. I'm now joined by my good friend John Freeman. And you, not only will you have the pleasure of hearing us right now, you can hear John and I and Gary tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on Word on the Street at WRGG.org. or 93.7 on your FM dial. We will do the Word on the Street tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff to talk about high school basketball-wise. We got to get caught up on NFL playoffs. I'm sure John and I are both incredible Titans fans today.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to be cheering 10. I got my Titans underwear on underneath my clothes here. We're all about Tennessee today.
Love You Blue.
Exactly.
Love You Blue, the old Houston Oilers theme song, Love You Blue. So we are absolutely excited. We're excited to be here. This should be a great game. I do feel a little bit bad for the Blue Devils. They got the short end of the stick both years. Last year they got Mechanicsburg when they were loaded. And this year they're going to play a pretty darn good Chambersburg team. Right now it's 12-2.
Yeah, it's funny. We were talking about that. Actually, we were talking about that before the game. And last year Mechanicsburg with Kate Alioth, who ended up, I believe, going to Wheaton College to play his college ball. Just a dominating performer. I think last year Mechanicsburg ended up as, the number 2 seed going into the PIAA playoffs. They were ended up playing in the championship game of the Mid-Penn Conference tournament. I think they even ended up actually making it to the finals of the district tournament, if I remember correctly, where they lost to Northeastern. So, yeah, they were a heck of a team last year, and Greencastle had to face them. And now you lose your Division I or Division II, I think is what Wheaton College is. You lose your Division II athlete and some other seniors, and kind of a down year for Mechanicsburg this year at 3-10. But still, you never know. I mean, if you're a Shippensburg team coming off a pretty big win last night over Northern, you certainly don't want to let your guard down thinking you're going to have an easy one against a team like Mechanicsburg. So it's going to be should be a good game, and I think Ship's going to have to come out and play well if they want to win this. That's
right. Ship comes into it, as John said, with a big win over Northern last night. They're 11-1 coming into this game. Probably playing really good basketball right now. I'd say Coach Davers probably goes 8-9 deep. Rotates a lot of kids in. He's got he's got depth. He's got kid at every position that he can switch out if he gets in foul trouble, and he's been doing a good job of rotating those kids through. So, Shippensburg right now playing pretty well. This game is just in my opinion, the tune-up to Monday night.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tonight's the tune-up.
Yeah, big game Monday night, of course. That's the Greencastle-Shippensburg game. As they play in Greencastle on Monday night, a makeup from the game that was postponed back on January 5th. And, again, you got to like the way Shippensburg comes into this weekend with Mechanicsburg today and Greencastle on Monday beating a I think is a pretty good Northern team. They're young. Their record might not show it, but they have some pretty nice players. I did it, the one time I did get to see Northern play when they played against Greencastle early in the season. I was impressed with Northern. I thought they could shoot the ball, very aggressive on defense, and again, I think they're a team that's very young. I think there was only one senior that actually had some significant playing time for Northern. So, I mean, that's a team that really is going to turn some heads next year. But, for Shippensburg to beat Northern the way they did last night really says a lot about Shipp and the way they're playing.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. There isn't anybody I've talked to in the Mid-Penn conference, Colonial Division, or any other division that says, you know, that Northern team's not very good. They look at that team and go, wow, these guys are like a step away.
Yeah.
They're a step behind, and they've been all year. So no one, you haven't talked to anyone who goes like, oh, yeah, you beat Northern, no big deal. But everyone is like, wow, like we can't figure out Northern. That's the thing. No one can figure them out because they look like and they play like they should have a better record and do some different things. But they're struggling right now as a group. And Ship was able to last night beat them soundly. So they're coming off a high. I think they're worried about, as all teams are at this time of year, they're going to play 3 games without a practice. And, you know, playing a game without a practice becomes difficult because it doesn't give you a lot of time to work on the things you want to work on or get the defensive schemes in that to take away their best player or not their best player, all those things. So hopefully this one will go. This will be a good game. It'll be a fast game, and we'll stay on schedule.
I would think so.
Because I know you're going to do the next 2 games with Gary Klein, and you guys are going to be here. And you know, it's like those old days of the Franklin County tip-off tournament where you start these things at 4 o'clock and you're still here at 10 and you want to cry.
You look at the schedule and see an hour and a half between games, and you realize we're not going to do that. That's a good idea, but I don't think we're going to do that.
Yeah,
so.
we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it where we need to be. This game is scheduled to start, I believe, at 4 o'clock. And we're at 3:58 right now. There's 4:30 on the clock, so we're close.
Not bad.
But if you get 3 minutes each game, you're off by 15, 20. Then you got a couple other things. So we're trying to get on schedule here. This one should end about 5:30, 5:45, and that'll get us on to our next game, which will start at 6. Will be the Greencastle girls, Chambersburg girls, followed by Greencastle Chambersburg boys in the nightcap of the Dunks for Drew. As I said to Gary earlier when we started, it doesn't look like girls are going to be invited back next year for Dunks for Drew. They've made the decision to go all boys teams next year. I don't know what boys teams will fill in for girls, but I think the decision was made, and I'm not sure. I'm not calling anybody or quoting anybody on this, but I think it was made because of attendance. I think the girls' games just don't bring the crowds that they were hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a fundraiser for the Drew Michael Taylor Foundation, and the more people you can get in here, it helps benefit the foundation. And the thing to remember, it's not terribly cheap. I know Chambersburg donates the facilities and all that stuff, but you have to pay officials, you have to pay staff. It costs money to run these things, so you want to try and draw as large a gate as you can, so there's money left over for the foundation at the end of the day. And hopefully we'll see how things go, and hopefully things will work out good at the end, because at the end of the day, Mike, it all comes down to the Drew Michael Taylor Foundation, and that's what we're here for.
Right.
We were talking last, I'm not sure if it was Chalk Talk or Word on the Street, but we were just kind of joking about how, Mid-Penn Broadcasting will be bringing you all 4 games, and I said, don't listen to us, don't watch us, come out here, pay the $5 that goes to the foundation, so some money can be raised for a great cause. So if you're listening right now, turn us off, get in the car, drive to Chambersburg, pay the money, help the foundation out.
Yeah, and you're not. And I got to tell you, you're not going to want to miss the nightcap, because I think the place is going to be packed. And it's not. It's like any other event that you go to. You could listen at home or watch on your computer or do a lot of different things. But the energy in the building and the enthusiasm that'll be here tonight for the nightcap is going to be crazy fun. So if it's cold outside, as I said earlier to Gary, don't do any yard work tonight. Don't work out in your garage. Don't do anything crazy. It's too cold. Come to the Chambersburg gym. Watch a good basketball game later on this afternoon, and later on this evening, go get some dinner. Come in, watch both games, girls and boys. Should be a fun evening. And if you're on your way here now, you have about 1 minute and 35 seconds before we introduce starting lineups and we get ready to go in this Drew Michael Taylor Foundation charity event at Dunks for Drew today, and the Greyhounds will take on the Wildcats. And as we said, Greencastle got the short end of the stick, played the Wildcats last year, going to play a 12-2 Chambersburg team right now. Shippensburg coming into the game at 11-1, and the Wildcats coming in at 3-10. So both programs in opposite ends of the spectrum right now. Both programs are maroon. Ship is maroon and gray. Mechanicsburg is maroon and white. And interestingly enough, they wear the exact same basketball uniform.
Oh, okay.
The colors are different, but the uniform is exactly the same. They both, looks like they both wear Russell uniforms. Ship in white with gray trim, and Mechanicsburg is in maroon with white trim. So I believe it's the exact same costume.
So Shippensburg will be the home team on the
Ship,
scoreboard.
Ship is your home team on the scoreboard and in your hearts. And the Wildcats are not.
They're making the long trip down. Shippensburg makes the shorter trip, so I guess that's why they're the home
That's
team
right. On your computer screen, Ship will be going from right to left. The Wildcats will be going from left to right. So let's get you the starting lineups here, and then let's get this game started. John has given me the privilege to do play-by-play, which is a huge mistake. He and Gary are the professionals. I am an amateur, so I will try to do the best to make them proud.
Oh, we know you do. You always do.
No. You guys are the pros, and you got this figured out. I did tell Gary I'm a little disappointed because I would have preferred to do the play-by-play in the first game. This one is going to take me a while to catch up. So for Mechanicsburg, starters, number 1, the freshman Drew Engel. Looks like number 3, Sean Britton, who's a senior. Number 12, Tyree Morris, who's a freshman. Looks like number 25, Gavin Gossage, he's a senior. And number 5, Caleb Everett, who is also a senior.
Yeah, like we said with this Mechanicsburg team, comparing them last year to this year, Greencastle actually played Mechanicsburg twice. They played them here at Dunks for Drew, and then also in the semifinals of the Mid-Penn Conference tournament. Not a lot of names on the starting 5 this year that I recognize from last year, so that just goes to show you how Mechanicsburg is kind of in a rebuilding function this year after having such an outstanding season last year. Again, where they made it to the finals of the Mid-Penn Conference tournament, made it to the finals of the district tournament. So we'll see how things go. The Shippensburg 5 being announced, and we'll be ready to get things going here really quick.
Yeah, Shippensburg starters, number 1, Adam Hauser. Number 23, Alaric Hickman. Number 24, Cullen. Number 30, Taylor. And number 31, Carter Van Syok. We don't have to do a national anthem because I believe we did that earlier. And we'll just get right into the game here. We got the teams breaking the huddles, cheerleaders making their way back to the sideline, and then we'll have the tip.
Ship didn't bring the pep band today.
No pep band today. They didn't want to make the trip. Too cold to get those tubas out and then bring them inside again. There's too much. Then you got moisture on the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's a mess. Keep them inside where they're nice.
So that's half the fun of going to a game at Shippensburg, getting to see the pep band.
That's right. It's one of the best basketball atmospheres this side of the Mississippi. So it was a great night there last night as well. There was a red out going on for the American Heart Association. So kudos to all those folks. So let's get started here with the tip-off. You got Taylor jumping with Gossage. Goose Gossage from now on today. And Mechanicsburg, nope. Shippensburg controls the tip. Hauser with the basketball. Coming down the right side, beats him off the dribble, takes it to the glass, high and off the top. Hauser gets the first bucket. That was too easy.
Yeah, nice job there by Hauser. Looked like a little defensive confusion from Mechanicsburg. I'm not sure they knew who to pick Hauser up, and he pretty much had an easy lane to the basket to score the first 2 points of the game.
Easy lane. I'm going to take a while to get all these guys figured out, but Gossage has it close to the top to Engel. Engel on the right side. Comes back to the top of the key. Gets it to number 3, Britton. Britton hits the little jumper at the elbow. We're tied at 2. 7:26 to go first quarter. Ship coming down. Hauser with the ball. Looks at Van Syok, doesn't go to him, has it knocked away, retains possession, and now gives it to Hickman out at the Trojan head. Hickman, fancy dribble, takes the three-pointer, it's off to the right, and Mechanicsburg comes out with the rebound.
Mike, I don't know a whole lot about the Shippensburg team, but I'm not sure if Alaric Hickman shooting three-pointers is what they want to see. He seems to be a big player. You'd want to maybe get him underneath and maybe try and avoid three-point shots from him.
That ball taken right to the basket by Mechanicsburg and doesn't go. And Shippensburg Colin Taylor comes down with the rebound. Hauser trying to penetrate, gets inside again. That time the ball stripped out of his hands as he goes up. And now Mechanicsburg looking for someone to give it to, and they get it to their point guard, Drew Engel.
Yeah, much better defense there by Mechanicsburg on Hauser there. Triple teamed as he took it to the basket, and a good clean block, and Mechanicsburg gets possession of the ball.
Everett gets the ball over to Morris. Morris top of the key to Engel on the left side. Now we got a foul called underneath. That's going to be called on White. Number 1, Adam Hauser, that's his first foul of the day.
Yeah, it's just a case of Mechanicsburg setting multiple screens to try and free up a shooter, and Hauser just trying to fight through the screen and maybe got a little too aggressive trying to get through it.
The shot by Everett didn't go. Van Syok gets the long rebound. He's looking for someone as he comes up with the fancy spin move. Now gets it to Hauser for 3. Hauser off the front of the rim, doesn't go. Van Syok is a beast underneath. He got the rebound, puts it back up. It doesn't go. Taylor gets it. Hickman with a steal. Back to Van Syok. It comes out to Cullen. Cullen trying to slow it down. They go to Taylor underneath. He kicks it out of bounds, saves it under the basket. Next thing you know, Everett for Mechanicsburg coming back up the floor. They get it to Engel for 3. Short off the rim. Van Syok with the rebound again over to Taylor. Hauser wide open under the basket. Taylor sees him, but he doesn't get it to fall in. That's an uncontested shot. You got to make those.
Yeah, Shippensburg struggling a little bit from the field. Or actually, both teams are. Only 4 points scored here in the first 2.5 minutes of the game.
Gary and I talked about that earlier. I think it's just the venue.
I've heard that. I've heard kids say that.
It's just hard to shoot. You can't see it here. But Gossage gets the little turnaround lay-in. So he gets his first bucket today, and the score is 4-2. Mechanicsburg on top. But yeah, I think it's hard with the no wall behind the basket and just being able to get your vision. Cullen for 3. Cullen hits it. So Zach Cullen hits a 3-pointer, puts Ship up 5-4 with 5:04 to play in the first period. And that was that's almost all the scoring we had in the last game in the first quarter.
We're not even halfway through the first here.
That's right. This is exciting. Ship looks like they're in some sort of zone defense, a 1-3-1. Trying to make Mechanicsburg shoot from outside. Mechanicsburg playing catch at the top of the key. Angle to Britton. Now they find now they find Everett right there at the foul line with the little turnaround jumper. He puts it in. They're back up 6-5.
Good patience there by Mechanicsburg. Just work the ball around, try and find an open spot. And Everett found a little seam in the zone and was able to get the turnaround and get it to fall.
Hickman to Taylor underneath. That doesn't go either. So Ship just having trouble getting the ball in the basket right now. Everett with the 3-pointer off the back of the rim. Doesn't go. Van Syok gets the rebound. Van Syok looking ahead. Great bounce pass to Cullen. Thought he was going to go in. But Cullen gets the jumper. Cullen's got 5.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. I thought he did have a little bit of a lane to the basket, but just decided to step back and knock down the 8-footer. Hey, works
Who
either
does
way.
that, right?
Works either way as long as you score. Doesn't matter how you do it.
That's old school, that kid. Kid's in the old school game, shooting from 8 feet out. Morris with the basketball. Hickman guarding him. Now back out to Engel. We got a timeout called by Mechanicsburg. They're going to take a timeout. While they do, we'll take a timeout here. I think we will.
30-second timeout. So do you want to stay here or you want to take a break?
Let's stay here because that thing's too hard. I'll do this. If it's January, Ice Fest is just around the corner. Ice Fest 2018 is set for Thursday, January 5th through Sunday, January 28th. Giant ice sculptures carved right before your eyes. Photos in the magical throne. A snowfall ball. Chili cook-off. A scavenger hunt. A giant ice slide. And so much more for the entire family. It's Pennsylvania's largest ice festival. Details at explorefranklincountypa.com or give them a call at 866-646-8060 to get all the information you need about visiting the Ice Fest on the 25th through the 28th of January. Here we are, back to action. Mechanicsburg brings the ball in from the sideline. We got some new players in. Babcock, top of the key. They can't do this to me. They switch players. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so, Ethan Babcock and Noah Weidman into the game for Mechanicsburg.
I got you there. Everett with the basket. I'm sorry, Britton. Britton with the basket. Britton gets the turnaround jumper. Mechanicsburg up 8-7. Van Syok with the ball in the corner, coming up to the top of the key. Get it to Cullen. Cullen's got the hot hand right now. And Cullen was fouled down here. Foul was by Britton. Both teams with 1 foul.
More substitutions for Mechanicsburg coming into the game. Number 32, Paul Cavada. And also, I believe, number 24, Tyler Gelnett.
Hauser looking for some craziness happening right there. He gets the ball taken away from him as he was trying to pass to Van Syok. Hickman going up to the basket. We got a jump ball. Mechanicsburg has possession. That ball was Weidman came down with it along with Van Syok. So both guys with their hands on the basketball.
Yeah, nice defense prior to that by Hickman. Gelnet for Mechanicsburg had an open lane to the basket, but Hickman did a nice job to hustle back and test that shot, and Mechanicsburg unable to knock it down.
Mechanicsburg working the ball around the top of the perimeter. And they find right there at the little foul line jumper they like to shoot. That one didn't go for Everett. And now Hauser bringing the ball up the floor. Hauser pulls it back around, does a little Yammer Yager circle with the puck.
Did a little ring around the rosy.
Yeah. Cullen looks like he has the ball, wants to drive to the hoop. He does. Cullen gets it, and he gets it to go. Zach Cullen might be having a career night. He's got 7 of the Greyhounds' 9.
Say at least a career start, 7 points so far here in the game, including a 3-pointer earlier in the quarter.
So Shippensburg up 9-8. Mechanicsburg with the basketball. Doing a nice job passing it around the top of the key. Going around the arc. Ooh, they had a guy flash underneath. They like that little jumper at the elbow. He doesn't hit it again. This time misses again. Oh, it's Everett. And Alaric Hickman comes out with the ball, gets it to Van Syok quickly. And now Van Syok, thinking about taking it against 2, decides differently. Gets it back out to Hauser. Hauser to Van Syok. Van Syok to Gustafson. To Hauser. There's Van Syok now. Taking it in the paint. He gets a foul, doesn't get it to go. He will go and shoot 2.
He does that so well, how he just jumps into the defender, draws the contact, and picks up, draws the foul.
He has got a gift for just that, around the basket. He gets a lot of points around the basket.
And free throws, too.
And he gets a ton of free throws. I've said all the time, like, you look at it, you say, well, Carter's had a pretty good game, and then the next thing you know, he's got 18 points. And you're like, how did he get 18 points? I didn't see him with 18. So
11 of them came from the line.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. It's 11-8. Shippensburg has a 3-point lead. They put a little bit of a press on, give him a little pressure, but they get to go inside. Taylor faces the shooter, doesn't get it to go. They come out with the rebound. They pull it back to the top of the key to start over. Babcock with the basketball. Babcock looking for a cutter. Doesn't find him, so he gets it off to 32. Canada. Okay, I won't be able to say that right all day.
Cavada.
I make fun of Gary for that stuff. Now I'm doing it. That's terrible. Somehow they get it back to Babcock. They're methodical, this Wildcat team, right?
Yeah, they do a really nice job. I mean,
they're patient.
They run set offenses. They run nice plays. They don't rush things, which is, what you want to do when you're playing a team like Shippensburg where you're the underdog. If you can limit possessions, that certainly helps.
That's why everybody will be crying for a shot clock after today. They'll say, can we at least get a shot clock?
We'll see how the game goes first.
Ship playing man defense. Everybody turns around, doesn't get it to go. And then finally, number 42, Weidman, gets the bucket. 12 seconds to go. They're down by 1. Shippensburg 11, Wildcats 10. We're down to 7 seconds. Hauser takes it down the left side, right side. Gets it back to Van Syok. He's going to shoot the long 3 off the back of the rim. Doesn't go. Babcock with the rebound at the buzzer. So at the end of the first quarter, Shippensburg 11, Mechanicsburg 10. And we'll be back right after these words on midpennbroadcasting.com. And I guess we don't do game time. Do we still do game time?
I don't think we do.
Okay, then midpennbroadcasting.com and WRGG.org.
With offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. Online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Welcome back to Mid-Penn Broadcasting. I'm Mike Montadoro along with John Freeman, and we are here today to bring you the Dunks for Drew games. We had a girls game first. Shippensburg beat Mechanicsburg. I'm not sure the final score of that game, but it was
32-24, I believe.
32-24. Ship won. And now we are on Shippensburg, Mechanicsburg boys, followed up by Greencastle, Chambersburg girls, then boys for the nightcap. So here we are, start the second quarter. Ship has possession, up 1, 11-10. Adam Hauser has the basketball. He finds Colin Taylor, top of the paint and the elbow. Taylor now gets it back to Hauser. Hauser gets it down inside to Hickman. Hickman fouled by Morris. Morris will pick up his first foul. That's the team third foul.
Yeah, so far a pretty cleanly played game. Only 3 fouls called in that first quarter, so neither team near the bonus and no players in any sort of foul trouble.
No foul trouble is always good. Van Syok with the basketball. He drives down to the paint, pulls up, gets the jumper. He can't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound, then knocked out of bounds by Mechanicsburg. So Ship will have the ball. That ball was in and out. I think it was at least a third of the way in.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that didn't go in. That was pretty much, it was. I thought that was in, and then somehow it just came back out. But Ship fortunate, nice hustle there by Carter Van Syok to try and get the ball back for Shippensburg.
Shippensburg, I feel like, is playing right into Mechanicsburg's hands with the style that they're playing, the slow down pace.
Yeah, and Ship's not hitting a lot of shots. I mean, they're struggling from the field here. So I think that's part of the reason why it's still a 1-point game. I think it's just a case if you're Shippensburg, just keep doing what you do, and the shots are going to start falling at some point.
Taylor gets a travel. He got the ball under the basket, and he spun both feet. You can't spin both feet.
No, I think that's the case. I think he wanted to go up a little quicker. I'm not sure he caught that pass cleanly and unable to get the turn and shoot all in one motion, so that's why we had the travel there.
All right, here we are. Mechanicsburg gets the ball. They had Engel got the ball over to Everett.
Mechanicsburg they do such a nice job spreading the floor.
Tried to go inside. That ball got knocked away, but Mechanicsburg Engel came back with it over to Everett. To Britton, to Everett. Or Babcock, sorry. This is crazy. That'll take me a while. Fourth quarter, at the end of the game, I'll be like, oh, that's Engel.
Just in time for the girls' game.
Right, then it's time for me to walk away. My stint is over. Oh, nice play. Hickman with great hands, picking that ball off Morris's shoulder after it got deflected. So Shippensburg with the basketball. Hickman will take that 3. Back at the rim, he doesn't get it to go. Morris with the basketball. Gets the ball back to Everett. Mechanicsburg happy to slow it down. They definitely are methodical with their possessions.
Yeah, I mean, that's the game plan. If you want to beat a superior team, you need to try and slow the game down, work for good shots, and like I said, limit possessions, and that's what they've done so far.
Morris got that ball out to Engel. He took the 3, but it didn't go, and Ship comes out with the rebound, and they come up the floor. Now they take a timeout because Coach Daver's going to talk to him a little bit. I think he's going to talk to him about, all right, let's start playing our game a little bit here.
Yeah, I think that's the case. It's a game of styles, and right now, Shippensburg is playing to Mechanicsburg style, which is slow down, be a little more methodical, and Shippensburg does so well, with the up-tempo game, pushing the ball up the floor, and I think that's probably what they're going to talk about here in the huddle is, working the ball up the floor, look for Van Syok to penetrate, maybe kick it out for a Hauser 3 or a Hickman 3 or whatnot. So, yeah, all in all, for Mechanicsburg, I think you have to be very happy with where you stand here. A little bit over 1 quarter into the game, only down 1 point.
Yeah, it's 11-10, 5:37 to go in the second quarter. And it's hard when you have the headphones on, but you don't feel a lot of energy in the building because it's not quite full yet. And there's some of that too, I mean, you feed off the energy of the crowd. You do, you make a big play. You say raw when you do something great and all that, but it's hard to do that when no one's here rawing with you.
Yeah, but a lot of times, I mean, it's basically a neutral court game for these two. So you wonder how many, the parents are obviously here and some of the more diehard fans, but you don't get that casual Shippensburg or Mechanicsburg fan that maybe doesn't make the trip down here. So that kind of takes away from it a little bit too. I think not a, you can see on the camera on the far side, not the biggest crowd in the world yet, but I think once Chambersburg plays in the last 2 games, I think you'll see the
the Cassius Crazies will be here, and the crowd will be
because it's a home game for for Chambersburg. Yeah,
no doubt. Hickman at the elbow dribbles it around, loses the ball. Thought he lost it off his foot, but he's going to call it off Mechanicsburg. So Shippensburg will have the basketball.
Yeah, it was good defense there by number 12, Tyree Morris, but I think Hickman just dribbled the ball off of Morris's foot. Kind of a break there for Ship to keep possession of that ball.
Hauser to Cullen, gets the hot hand. Cullen gets another three-pointer. He now has 10 points of Shippensburg's 14. Cullen's got 10 of them.
Yeah, he scored 7 pretty quickly in the first quarter. We really haven't seen him touch the ball much since then.
Well, they better keep giving it to him.
It's a case where just keep feeding the ball to the hot hand until he's no longer hot.
That's right. Feed him, feed him. Mechanicsburg Morris with the basketball. He tries to pull it back out front. We had something going on here. That looked like that was on player control or some sort there.
I think it might have been 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't see anybody go to the scores
No
table
one
and report a foul.
No one reported. That's the only thing we can think of. 3 seconds. That's what it is.
A call you don't see that often anymore.
That's right.
Usually, if you're going to get that called, it's more like 4 or 5 seconds. If that's going to be called.
Well, it probably was then. Probably was 4 or 5. They have been very methodical with what they do. So, Cullen with the basketball. Back out to Van Syak. Comes down the left side. Looking for someone to give it to. Now he spins around. Goes up hard off the glass. Doesn't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Goes up again. He gets it that time.
Yeah, just a case of a good hustle. Follow your own shot. He didn't get the first shot, and he went right in for the offensive rebound. Was able to get it back and get the follow.
He's just a beast under the basket. He's hard to control. He does such a good job for a high school kid who's not, he's not more than 6'3". He uses his body so well.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I wonder at the next level if he were going to play basketball, though, where would he fit in? Because he does such a good job at this level under the basket, but at the next level, there are kids a lot bigger than him under there.
Yeah, he's the classic tweener, at the college level, probably not quick enough to play a 1 or a 2 and not big enough to be a 3, 4, or 5. So, he's an outstanding, high school basketball player. Probably would do better at the college level football, at least that's my opinion.
They get a timeout. Mechanicsburg cuts a timeout because they're trapped. They're trapped in the corner.
They were trapped.
He's got it trapped in the corner. You know what? When the kids are little, don't you say this to him, John, all the time? Don't dribble. Don't pick up your dribble in the corner.
Right.
Don't dribble down the corner, pick it up. Don't dribble down the corner, pick it up. They still do it.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep.
They still do it.
Yep. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just something. I don't know. I mean, it's something you tell, like you said, from when they start playing and, in elementary school, kids just love to dribble into the corner and stop, and then they get double teamed. You have players on 2 sides and foul, and out of bounds lines on the other sides.
Yeah, you should probably put in practice. You should probably make big pads that say "Poison," Mr. Yuck stickers. Put Mr. Yuck stickers down in those corners. Like, don't ever come down here with the ball.
That might be not bad. It's not a bad coaching
don't ever
training tool.
Yeah, Mr. Yuck down here, buddy.
I think we're onto something.
Mr. Yuck is mean. I love that guy. Was Mr. Yuck everywhere or just in my neighborhood?
I remember Mr. Yuck very well.
Okay, so he was everywhere.
He was everywhere.
All right. Oh, he traveled.
Yeah.
That's a good call. Good call by me.
Yeah, it was.
I don't make many.
That was.
I don't make many, but I do. 3:19 to go in the second quarter here at Chambersburg. What a beautiful facility for Dunks for Drew. Shippensburg leading 16-10, and they have possession of the ball. Kevin Ciro now has the basketball. He's in playing the point guard for Ship.
Mechanicsburg hasn't scored here in the second quarter.
16-10, Ship with the lead. Kevin gets the ball to Van Syak. Van Syak gets it to Nick Gustafson. Back to Kevin. Kevin looked to go inside. He pulled it back. Said, nope. Going to give it to Cullen. He'll shoot 3 off the front of the rim. All right, that's your last time then, right?
You get 1 miss all day.
That's it, Cullen. No more. You're done. Oh, they tried to get it inside. Van Syak got bounced away, but he got it anyway. Somehow, some way, he manages to find the basketball. He's like a magnet with that thing.
Yeah, the ball does seem to find him.
So he's got a little spin move. Finds Hickman. Hickman going to take that 3-pointer. It's short. And that ball is going to be off of, not off anybody. It was short and went out of bounds. And all right, Hickman.
Mechanicsburg's doing a nice job defensively on Van Syak. Anytime he touches the ball, they look to get some help from the weak side to double up on him, and I think it's limiting his ability to take the ball to the basket.
And Mechanicsburg just get to pass too much to handle, throws it out of bounds. So Shippensburg will take back possession. Coach Staver just gave Hickman a little bit of an earful. I'm like, hey, all right, let's take it easy on the threes. Let's work it down inside.
There's a reason why you're as big as you are.
Yeah.
You're meant to play in the paint.
He's streaky, though, man. I'll tell you, he is streaky. I've seen him play all year. There's times he's out there and he'll hit 5 of them in a row. And then there are nights where he's just like now. He's just kind of cold with it. So he is a streaky shooter. Kevin with the basketball. He finds Hickman at the elbow. Hickman with the little turnaround jumper. Back of the rim doesn't go. Gustafson gets the rebound, gets it to Cullen, who travels before he dribbles. So
feet a little quicker than the hands in that case. Got those 2 feet moving before he could get the ball on the floor. You see it happen quite a bit. I think it's the 3rd travel we've had tonight, and all 3 times it was a case of a player trying to move before they put the ball on the floor.
I think that's a practice issue, and I really do, because I think they do it in practice and it doesn't get called.
It could be.
Because it doesn't get called, and they just develop bad habits with it.
There's a break there for Mechanicsburg. That was number 5, Caleb Everett, going to the basket maybe a little out of control, and he gets bailed out with a foul.
Bailed out. Hickman didn't move, but somehow there was contact, so Hickman picks up the foul. Ship has 3 fouls, and Mechanicsburg has 3 fouls.
That's the first point, we'll say, of the second quarter for Mechanicsburg, and we're 6 minutes and 13 seconds into the quarter.
Everett doesn't get that one to go. Van Syk finds the rebound. 16-11, Shippensburg leads. They get underneath to Taylor. Taylor with a little turnaround. It goes in and comes out. Now he comes down with the rebound. We got jump ball called. Possession arrow. And that arrow is in favor of the Wildcats. So Wildcats will have possession. 1:36 until the half. Both teams with 3 fouls. The officials have done a great job of keeping that even.
I'm sure they're working on that.
Keeping everybody happy. So you don't say you called more fouls on them than us.
Yeah, it's been a it's been a very cleanly played game.
Slowly played.
Yeah,
cleanly but slowly.
Sometimes you see if there aren't many fouls called, you can say the officials are letting them play, but when there's contact they call it, when there's not they let them go.
Killing me softly. So that was a foul on Mechanicsburg. That foul is on number 4. That's his 2nd foul. But no, that can't be right, is it?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah, Sean Britton, excuse me. That's only his 2nd.
Sean Britton's 2nd foul, 4th team foul. Now Ship has the basketball. Aaron Ross bringing the ball up the court. Ross looking around, surveying the land. Now back to Ross. Ross going to his left, finds Van Syk in the corner. He fakes the shot. Now dribbles into paint, takes his 2 steps and puts it in. With a little bit of fun there in the basket. He's got 6 now. Mechanicsburg Babcock bringing it up, gets it to Engel. He jumps over the line to make sure he got over the timeline. And now Babcock with the basketball. Kicks off of Ross's foot, no call. And he gets it for 2. Is that Everett for 2?
Yes,
right?
That was Everett.
Everett for 2. Everett's got 5 points. 18-13, Ship up, 20 seconds to go. Some of my least favorite play in basketball, hold it for the last shot.
Well, I think we're going to see it because Mechanicsburg is in the zone, and they're just going to allow Shippensburg to hold it here for another 15 seconds, and Ship will take one last crack at scoring here in the first half.
When I was at Scotland, those guys used to love to run up and down the floor like crazy. Then they would tell them to hold it for the last shot. They'd turn it over 3 times.
Yeah.
It's just like Ship turned it over. Cullen turned the ball over. They brought it down, and there is Everett with the shot. Everett with the shot at the buzzer, doesn't get it to go. And Coach Staver's going to have some words for the boys here at halftime because I don't think he's real happy with the way things have been played. But with that said, Ship goes into the locker room with a lead, 18-13. And John and I will be back to talk about this first half right after these words on midpennbroadcasting.com.
There are so many things to get done this time of year. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but man, it can get overwhelming, especially the money. That's why I prefer F&M Trust for my banking. F&M Trust has all the mobile and online tools I need to keep on top of finances, and they have 22 locations, every one of them right here in South Central PA. That's 100% local to me, and it's banking done my way every day. If this sounds like a great bank to you, learn more now at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Battery Express and more. And more means batteries for cars, trucks, heavy equipment, boats, ATVs, including computers, laptops, watches, security systems, and dog collars. Battery Express and more. The power that keeps you going. 2364 Warm Spring Road, Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 12. Phone 717-331-6996.
Let Olympian Athletics in downtown Waynesboro outfit your team with uniforms, warm-ups, hats, spirit wear, and more. Olympian Athletics offers all types of clothing and accessories, from traditional to fashion to uniforms and workwear. We do screen printing, embroidery, and digital design, individual and team trophies for any event. Olympian Athletics, 55 West Main Street in downtown Waynesboro, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5.
You can count on Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle for all your heating and cooling needs. Same-day service, free estimates, 24-hour emergency services, and free second opinions. Phone 717-597-9900 or visit us online at premierhvacpa.com. Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle, your local heating and air conditioning professionals.
Mondor Pharmacy in St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of McConnellsburg, your friendly neighborhood pharmacy. Free delivery and drive-through at all 3 locations. We carry Willow Tree products as well as other gift items. Mondor Pharmacy of St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of McConnellsburg. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Welcome back to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Dunksford Drew getting off to a great start for the Greyhounds, at least. They win the first game today, 32-24. The girls win, and now Shippensburg is up 18-13 at the half. And, John, it's been a very slow, methodical game. It's gone very quickly. I mean, we're sitting here at 4:30. We got the first half in the books already. Leading scorer for Shippensburg is Zach Cullen with 10 points. And leading scorer for Mechanicsburg is number 5, Caleb Everett. And Caleb Everett has 5 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, not a whole lot of scoring in that second quarter. Shippensburg outscoring Mechanicsburg 7-3 in the second quarter. And, you know, it's funny. It kind of goes back to, you talked about this gym with its more wide open behind the baskets. And, you know, is it more difficult to shoot? I don't know. I've heard multiple players tell me it is, so I guess I'm going to have to believe them because they're the ones out on the floor doing it. But, you know, we're certainly seeing it here today. Mechanicsburg has done a nice job on the offensive end up until they shoot the ball. You know, they've done a nice job running their offensive plays. They're slowing the pace of the game down, working the ball around, finding open shots. They're just struggling to knock down the open looks that they get. Shippensburg, on the other hand, like we said, you know, maybe they're slowing the pace down a little bit as well. Maybe it doesn't play into the way they play the game as well as they do. They're more of an up-tempo, three-point shooting kind of team, and, you know, maybe they're slowing it down a little bit. And quite honestly, they're struggling from the field as well. So, you know, I think if you're Ray Staver, you're not happy with the way your team played in the first half, but you're up by 5, and considering the way things went to go into the half, you know, come out here for the third quarter up 5. You know, you don't have to win pretty every night. You just have to win, and that's what Shippensburg is doing so far tonight.
All wins are precious, right. And as we said earlier, you don't get any extra points because it looked good.
Yeah, no style points in this.
No style points in it, as Coach Tomlin would say. But Shippensburg is up 18-13. It hasn't been a great game. They did play a game last night. You know, you're tired, you don't have your legs, whatever it is. But we have the same issue at the Giant Center in Hershey. It's a different venue, different shooting venue, and it's a weird setup. At Gettysburg, I just remember one time we didn't pull the bleachers out on the visiting side, and the kids were all freaked out and had a hard time shooting that night, just because of the backdrops and the depth. It's a depth perception more than anything. It's you know, the depth of the shot and being able to your distance on it. So not uncommon to see kids clank the balls off the off the backboard in the back of the rim in a place like this. So, you know what? Both teams are struggling. Both teams will figure it out maybe, or one won't.
Right. Yeah. We'll see. The team that figures it out best is going to win this game. But you talk about that, the open air shooting. The other place you hear that sometimes is the NCAA basketball Final Four, when they play those games in those massive 60,000 seat domes, and there's just so much distance between the backboard and a wall. You hear players at that level talk about it. It's a different atmosphere, and it's much more difficult to shoot. So there probably is something to that theory, and like you said, whichever team can figure it out first is certainly going to have the advantage here this afternoon. And again, with Shippensburg playing last night, you have to wonder about that too. Anytime you play a Colonial Division rival, even though Shippensburg won that game easily, it takes a little bit out of you, and then to have to turn around and play a 4 o'clock game, because remember, this isn't even a 7:30 game. This is a 4 o'clock game, so it's earlier than these kids are used to playing. So many factors can play into it. And like you said, Shippensburg, not thrilled with how they played, but they have to be happy that they have a lead here.
Got to be thrilled that they have a lead. There's a lot of things, as you said, factors that come into these. I know Shippensburg didn't have school yesterday.
Yeah.
And playing a game, and I used to hate that when I coached football and we didn't have school on a Friday. We used to bring the kids in at like 8 in the morning or 8:30 just so you made sure they got out of bed, because the weird thing is, if they sleep till noon or 1 o'clock, they're a mess.
Yeah.
They just don't have their bodies off, their body rhythm is off, whatever that is, biorhythms.
Right.
Whether they should be up, down, in betwixt, who knows?
Yeah.
But it doesn't work out for them. So that is the interesting piece of it. Tonight's halftime show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland communities. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street, Waynesboro. Don't forget about Antrim Insurance. They are a great sponsor of ours.
Yes.
Along with the F&M Trust Sports Network, that's
course.
what we broadcast on. We're excited about that, and we're excited about getting this second half underway. We'll be back to start the second half right after these words on the F&M Sports Trust Network on midpennbroadcasting.com. And I want to say Game Time PA all the time, but I won't. We'll be back right after these words.
We'll say the sportspage.blog.
Downtown Waynesboro, outfit your team with uniforms, warm-ups, hats, spirit wear, and more. Olympian Athletics offers all types of clothing and accessories, from traditional to fashion to uniforms and workwear. We do screen printing, embroidery, and digital design, individual and team trophies for any event. Olympian Athletics, 55 West Main Street in downtown Waynesboro. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5.
You can count on Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle for all your heating and cooling needs. Same-day service, free estimates, 24-hour emergency services, and free second opinions. Phone 717-597-9900 or visit us online at premierhvacpa.com. Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle, your local heating and air conditioning professionals.
Welcome back to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Dunks for Drew getting started for quarter number 3. Shippensburg Greyhounds have a slim margin of slim lead here, 18-13.
Yeah, like you said, Shippensburg led in the first half. Zach Cullen with 10 points, including a couple of three-pointers, 7 of those coming in a very productive first quarter. Second quarter, Carter Van Sydock seemed to take over a little bit more for Shippensburg. He has 6 points on the game, 4 of those coming in the second quarter for the Greyhounds, who will have possession to start the second half.
And here we go. We are underway. The clock is ticking. Adam Hauser has the ball. Greyhounds are now going from left to right on your computer screen. They did not change their uniforms. They still wear white.
Good thing they didn't. That would be too confusing.
It would be way too confusing. Maybe this basket down here will be more kind to them. Cullen with the basketball. Gets it to Van Sydock. He goes, gets it blocked, comes back down with his own block, and then works it to the basket and puts it in.
Yeah, he just never gives up. He
Never.
has a shot block, gets it right back, and goes straight back to the basket and picks up 2 more points.
It's almost like volleyball. A block doesn't count as a hit.
That's what it looked like.
It did. He got it right back. Just kept on. Hauser picks his pocket and then takes it to the basket, hopes to draw the foul, gets the foul. So Hauser makes a move, takes the ball from Engel. Engel meets him at the basket and fouls him. So Hauser will go shoot 2 for Shippensburg.
Yeah, Shippensburg showing a little more aggressiveness on defense there. Hauser does a nice job to take the ball away from Engel. And just see if he can convert on the free throws here.
He makes the first one, so he's got 3 points tonight. Maybe Shippensburg just playing coy, knowing that Greencastle's in the house. Second one doesn't go. Mechanicsburg comes down with the rebound. Oh, almost threw that ball away. So they get it back to Engel. Engel coming across the timeline. Hauser reaches, is going to take it from him again, but he doesn't.
Yeah, Ship playing man-to-man here to start the third quarter. Played a lot of zone in the first half. I think they just want to try maybe change up looks and put a little bit of more defensive pressure on Mechanicsburg and try and turn this game around. I'm not sure what that was.
I'm not sure that even the officials know what's going on. That was nothing. It was start over.
Okay.
Like when we were kids and played outside and the ball hit the telephone wire. Redo. Do over. Take it out over there where it went out. All right, so Morris has the ball top of the key. He gets the ball to Everett. Everett looking, finds Britton. Britton with the basketball to Morris down in the corner. Hickman guarding him, knocks it away, but Morris gets it back. Not that time. That time it was off Morris, off Hickman, off Morris, going white. Mechanicsburg coach not happy about that.
Yeah, Shippensburg playing a little bit much more aggressively on defense here in that man-to-man, forcing turnovers and looking to try and take this game over here early in the third quarter.
Hauser beats Engel off the dribble. Gets it to Van Syok, top of the key to the elbow. Elbow to Hickman. Back to Van Syok. Now he's going to pull up and hit the three. Off the back of the rim, doesn't go. Taylor comes down with the rebound. He doesn't have control of it, and Morris is able to pick it up off the floor.
Yeah, good job there by Mechanicsburg. I thought Taylor was going to bring that rebound down, but just kind of somebody went up high and knocked it away from him. Another steal. Well, almost.
He didn't see it, so nobody knows. We're going to call jump ball. That's Shippensburg or Mechanicsburg basketball. It was Mechanicsburg basketball anyway,
Yeah.
but they didn't see.
Yeah, I thought Taylor knocked that out of bounds. So, he almost had to steal, but he just kind of lost possession to the last minute.
He definitely knocked it out of bounds.
And they are going to flip the arrow. So yeah, it's a tough break there for Mechanicsburg.
They'll flip the arrow again though before this is over.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
All right, Mechanicsburg, game is still being played very, very slowly, and now we got some other call here.
Yeah, Hauser and Engel have been kind of, battling off the ball here quite a bit here in the third quarter. Working for positioning and banging around on there. And I think Hauser got caught. Engel had been certainly doing it too, but Hauser's the one that got caught there, and he will pick up the foul. I
think it's his second.
I believe so. His third foul.
His third, I got him for 2, but I'm never. I was missing a foul earlier there, so.
Scoreboard had him at 3, so.
Well, then we'll give him 3.
And he's, I think that's probably why he's sent to the bench with that third foul.
Sent to the bench, fouling. All right, we got some subs coming in. Shippensburg has possession, 5:26. I thought the girls' game was putting me to sleep. This one might be too. Let's pick up the pace here, boys.
Yeah, Paul Cavada back into the game for Mechanicsburg. Also number 2, Ethan Babcock, into the game for Mechanicsburg here in the third quarter.
All right, Aaron Ross with the basketball. Gets it to Van Syok. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Van Syok gets it to Cullen. Cullen's going to shoot the 3. It's way short. Van Syok's got the basketball. We told you earlier for Cullen to stop shooting. There he goes again. Yeah, he's done, right? It's over. It's over. It's over. Your run is over.
Crowd not happy with that.
Crowd not happy with the call. That happens though, right?
Oh, yeah.
They can't always be happy with their calls. They'll forget about it here in about 10 seconds.
I think they already have forgot.
Mechanicsburg trying to work the ball down inside. Babcock with the basketball, dribbling to his left. Gets the ball to Cavada. Cavada to Everett. Galnet. Oh, there we go with the shot off the pass, top of the key, doesn't get it to go, and Ship comes back at the rebound. Cullen's got the basketball. Cullen goes right down the lane. He gets it to Hickman. Nice pass to Hickman. Hickman standing there waiting for it. That's his first points of the night. 23-13, Ship takes a 10-point lead with 4:16 to go in the third quarter. And Mechanicsburg's taking a timeout, or the coach was going to play.
Well, they would have had 6 on the floor.
One or the other. He was out onto the volleyball court, so it was either going to be a timeout or someone's going to pass me the ball because I'm open.
He was open.
I'm open right here.
Yeah, 5 straight points by Shippensburg to open up the third quarter here, and credit all that to the switch in defenses, with Shippensburg playing mainly zone in the first half. That allowed Mechanicsburg to run their offense, work the ball around, slow the game down, and find open shots. Now with Shippensburg playing man-to-man here, a more aggressive man-to-man here in the third quarter, that's really taken Mechanicsburg out of their game and really turned things around here for Ship. Still only a 10-point lead, so there's, by no means is, Ship in the clear here in this game, but, just a good defensive adjustment by Ray Staver at the half to go to the man-to-man here for Shippensburg.
That's right. I'm going to need an energy drink at some point. Some sort of Monster or Red Bull or who knows what, some kind of energy drink to get me fired up here. The Mechanicsburg, they not only took the life out of the gym, they took the life out of me.
That's tough to do.
That is tough to do. But I get it, as you said, I get it. I mean, you got to slow it down. You don't want to get in a race with these guys, because if you do, you're going to lose.
Right. And now Shippensburg is starting to pick up that tempo, and now it's
so you got to keep every possession as mild as you can.
Yeah, the pace of the game is starting to pick up a little bit.
So here we go. Mechanicsburg with the basketball. They get it over to Gelnett. Gelnett takes the jumper at the foul line. He doesn't get it to go, and guess what? Van Syok gets the rebound. Van Syok comes down the floor, takes it into the paint, looks to his left, decides, now I'm going to take it, then no, I'm not going to take it. Ross with the basketball, back to Hickman. Hickman at top, going to throw it over to Cullen. Cullen, maybe, yep, Van Syok. Now to Hickman. Hickman left before the ball got to him, and it ended up in the bench.
Yeah, pass a little bit behind him, but I think, like you said, Hickman was looking to go baseline before he ever had possession of the ball, and just kind of slipped off his hand and out of bounds, turnover to Mechanicsburg.
Yeah, he would have liked to have had that basketball. So Ship trying to do a little bit of a press there, and Hickman gets the foul, the reach-in foul.
Yeah,
that's
again,
his second foul.
I say Mechanicsburg a little out of control there on the offensive end. I think got some help there on that call, Hickman with the reach.
So Mechanicsburg inbounds the ball. Babcock has it going down to his left. He tries to go inside to Cavada, but that ball is just thrown right out of bounds. And now Shippensburg will get the basketball back. Those unforced errors will kill you.
Yeah, they really do. The unforced errors, the missed shots, really doing Mechanicsburg in here. Like you said, they had a pretty nice first quarter. They scored 10 points in the first quarter. And, since then, the last, 13 minutes of the game, they've only scored 3 points.
Aaron Ross gets a pass into Taylor. Taylor with the standing in the paint gets the pass, and then he converts for his first bucket of the night. 25-13, Ship on top, 2:46 to go in the third quarter. Babcock has the basketball. He gets it down in the corner to Cavada. Cavada to Gelnett. Gelnett shoots 3 and he hits it. So Gelnett gets 3 points and gets some points on the board in this quarter for the Wildcats. 25-16, 2:30 to go. Aaron Ross brings it across the timeline for Shippensburg. In the corner for Cullen. Cullen gets to the paint, pulls up, no. Now Gustafson has it, top of the key, back to Cullen, over to Ross. Ross now into the paint. He stops, throws it up toward the basket as he falls, doesn't get it to go. And Babcock gets it to Gelnett. Gelnett back to Babcock. Trying to set up, look for that shot again. Cavada doesn't know what to do with it. Gets picked off by Cullen. He's taking it all by himself. Cullen puts it in for 2. That's what they practice, those fast breaks. He's got 12 points today, leading all scorers. Mechanicsburg with the basketball. Figuring out a Babcock has it. Still trying to keep the tempo slow.
Ship making it very tough to slow that tempo down with that man-to-man defense.
Babcock takes the shot off the front of the rim. Gustafson comes down with it to Ross, now to Van Syok. Van Syok, a couple moves, hits Taylor, just gives it to him and dishes it off to Taylor, who's standing there. Shippensburg starting to look comfortable.
Yeah, Ship doing a nice job finding open space, and Van Syok doing a great job to recognize the open man underneath, and Taylor's benefited from 2 nice passes here in the third quarter with a couple of very easy baskets. He now has 4 on the game.
Yeah, give Van Syok credit for knowing that 4 guys are collapsing on him and someone's got to be open. That shot by Gelnett doesn't go. And here come the Greyhounds again. 55 seconds to go in this quarter. Man, I just noticed they got a scoreboard on every wall in this gym. Van Syok with a fancy little underhand push-up, lay-in, whatever you want to call it. And now he's got 10. He heard that Cullen had the lead.
They're just going to go back and forth.
What, are you kidding me? Cullen's got the lead. Let's figure this out. Babcock gets the ball. Ooh. Looked like he moved his feet a little bit, but I'm not. But I'm not. You know, I'm not out there calling the whistles.
Might have got away with one.
Maybe. Britton with the basketball, looking for someone to give it to. Gelnett had it. Now we're coming back around. There's Babcock again. He's at the foul line. He's thought about taking the jumper, but Ross defended him, so he pulled it back out. We'll start again. We need a shot clock, John.
Just need a shot.
Or a clock. Oh, there's the clock. There's the buzzer on the shot. There it was. 31-16 as we come to the close of the third quarter. Shippensburg has 31. The Wildcats have 16. We'll be back right after these words on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Express and more. And more means batteries for cars, trucks, heavy equipment, boats, ATVs, including computers, laptops, watches, security systems, and dog collars. Battery Express and more. The power that keeps you going. 2364 Warm Spring Road, Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 12. Phone 717-331-6996.
Thanks so much for joining us at Dunks for Drew in Chambersburg today. I'm Mike Montadoro, joined by John Freeman as we bring you the last quarter of this Shippensburg Mechanicsburg basketball game. The Greyhounds are up 31-16. 8 minutes left to play. Each team has 2 fouls, and we've only been at this for maybe 50 minutes.
Yeah, quickly paced game. Not a lot of whistles. Like you said, only 4 fouls here in the third quarter. So, game just going back and forth up the court. Shippensburg taking control of the game now. I think, with only having a 5-point lead at the half, changing up the defensive thought process, going man-to-man in the third quarter, really took Mechanicsburg out of things. And not only that, I think it boosted the Shippensburg offense. They outscored Mechanicsburg 13-3 in that third quarter to take the 15-point lead heading into the fourth.
Hickman taking a 3-pointer, nothing but net, gets it to Van Syok, and he throws it off of somebody. And Coach Staver gives Hickman the little look out of the corner of his eye, like, didn't we just talk about that?
Yeah, not the good nothing but net on that. Hitting nothing but the outside of the net.
Yeah, nothing but the net as far as it was under the rim.
The outside of the net, not the inside.
He hit it on the bottom of the net from back far away. Yeah. Short of the intended target. Hauser decides to take a 3. That's off the rim, doesn't go, bounces around now. Don't reach in there, young man. He's got 3 fouls. Here comes Engel. He comes downside, gets it right back out to Everett, across to Morris, all by himself in the paint. Morris turns around, tries to get it to go. It doesn't. And Hickman comes down with the rebound. Hauser right back up the floor. Hauser in the paint. He takes it in. Off the rim, doesn't go. Stauffer with the rebound, turnaround, put back, not in. And then Van Syok gets it. It doesn't go in. That doesn't go. And now he's going to call. I guarantee he's going to call Hauser here with the foul because he reached in.
Yeah, I think they are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a case where a nice rebound pulled down there by Gavin Gossage, and then he was smart enough to keep the ball moving, which makes it so much more difficult to tie him up. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a reach out of that. And that's exactly what it was. 4th foul on the afternoon so far for Adam Hauser.
Yeah, he's about ready to go to the bench. They got his sub sitting at the scorer's table. So he got himself into some, with not a lot of fouls called today. Most of them have been called on him.
Just wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time, wrong hand. That's it. He's going to do it again. So Mechanicsburg with the basketball. They're maintaining their discipline. How's that?
Mechanical.
They are. That's it. That's it. Mechanicsburg. They're maintaining their discipline and just moving it around, looking for a shot, get around the perimeter. That ball's off the backboard. Morris comes out of there with it. Ball rolls around, comes back to Everett. Everett with a little fancy lay-in. He doesn't get it to go, but we are going to get a foul called.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, Mechanicsburg, offensively, Mechanicsburg has done everything right as far as working for open shots, being patient, finding open shots. It's just once the ball leaves their hand, that's where they've struggled. They haven't made a whole lot of shots this afternoon, but they've put themselves in position to make shots. They just aren't able to get them to knock them down, and that's why they've only been able to score 16 points here so far in this game.
Yeah, Everett is 1 of 3 from the line now. This will be his 4th opportunity. So he does get that one. So he's 50% today. 6 points he has as well. There's Kevin Ciro with the basketball. Gets it over to Hickman. Hickman starts dribbling the paint. Going to go through 5 guys, and that's a possession arrow call. They got their hands on the basketball. So Wildcats have the arrow in their favor, so they will get possession. And here comes our man Drew Engel with the basketball.
And Mechanicsburg needs to work for some shots here and start knocking some shots down as they trail by 14.
Or just be happy to run out 5 minutes.
Or that.
Because it seems like that's what the goal is here. I mean, this guy didn't forget how to coach, so it's it's the same kids. I mean,
True.
Different kids. That's
right.
All. Last year they were pretty stinking good. They just got different kids. Van Syok gets it to go, and he gets fouled. So he's going to go to the line.
13 points on the day for Van Syok, and now he jumps back ahead of Zach Cullen. So Carter, the leading scorer for the Greyhounds here.
That foul's on Britton. That's his 3rd foul. Van Syok is 2 for 2 at the line. And there he's 3 for 3, and now he's ahead of Cullen on the day. Knew he was going to get there.
I did. Yeah, we did. He doesn't miss often from the free throw line.
So here go your Wildcats, trying to get some offense going. They keep moving the ball around the perimeter. They try to get it inside. It gets knocked away. Engel gets the ball top of the key. Across the floor to Babcock. Babcock to Everett. Everett gets a little dance move. Doesn't get it to go. Got his own dribble bucket. But Everett gets it put in quickly. And here comes Kevin right back down in their face. 34-19, Chip leads with 4:55 to go. Van Syok gets the ball in the paint. He's going in off the glass, and he gets that one to roll in. Van Syok's got 15 points. Just like that, usually. You're like, I think he's played pretty well. Then you look down, he's got 15.
Yeah, he's, getting 2, 4, 6 a quarter, so it adds up over the course of a game.
It does add up. Basic mathematics. And then he gets the steal, but he can't get it, can't get the control of it. And then we find Babcock in the corner, almost trapped in there. He dribbles out because that's what you're supposed to do. Dribble.
Go out of the corner, not into it.
Don't pick up your dribble. Right. Finding a way. They keep moving the ball around the perimeter. That's a 3-point shot by Gelnett. He hits his 2nd 3 of the day. So he's got 6 points, and right away they take a timeout. They're down a bunch. 14. They're down 14 with 4:11 to go.
Yeah, they're going to need to hit some threes here down the stretch if they want to try and get back in this. Gelnett with 6 points, all 6 coming here in the second half. He had a 3-point shot back in the 3rd quarter, then 1 here in the 4th. So crunch time here for Shippensburg. They just need to maintain their discipline, work the ball around, and try and keep the ball in the hands of Van Syok as much as possible. Knock down a few free throws and get to enjoy the rest of the afternoon with a big win.
Let's talk about this girls' game here coming up. Greencastle Chambersburg. In the tip-off tournament, Chambersburg was able to use their size, their height advantage inside and underneath. Now I'm guessing that Coach Purvis is not is a pretty smart guy.
He is.
He's going to look at the film and say, hey, this is how we beat them last time. We're probably going to try to do it again today, get the ball inside, use our bigs.
Yeah, I would certainly think so. Chambersburg got a very quick start in that game back on December 9th. Taylor Vrabel and Ashley Adams did such a nice job inside. You know, there's a definite height and size advantage for Chambersburg against Greencastle. You certainly think Chambersburg is going to try and exploit that as best they can, and Greencastle's just going to have to try and, you know, do some things on the defensive end, double teaming, you know, front, back, and whatnot, and try and slow those two down, because if Greencastle's going to have any chance in that game, they're going to have to keep Ashley Adams and Taylor Vrabel under control.
How about that? Mechanicsburg comes out of the timeout. They get a steal. Everett takes it coast to coast and puts it in for a bucket. Now they get another turnover. Kevin turns it over. Kevin Ciro. Now Ship comes right back with a turnover. Cullen says, I'm not done scoring today. He's now got 14. He gets a steal and to put in very quickly. And then we get another quick timeout on this. And while we get a timeout there, let's not forget that if your banking relationship feels too distant lately, switch to F&M Trust. F&M Trust is local and makes sure banking is done your way every day. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
That's good. FDIC is always good.
Yeah, I think that means it's insured or something.
It does.
Yeah, I thought that's what that meant.
It does.
I'm not the sharpest guy here, but I think that's what it, but only up to like $200,000.
$250.
$250. So what if I have $500,000?
That's not. I've never had to worry about that.
You got to put it in two different banks.
Apparently.
Or two different accounts.
Two different banks. But again, that's not an issue for me, so I don't even have to think about that.
Well, nor for me, but if it is, I need to know ahead of time.
When you hit the Powerball, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to walk in there with a $2 million deposit and them go, hey, look, we can only insure some of this. I want it all.
Well, you have to go to multiple banks.
There you go. There's an offensive. Taylor takes the charge, so that's going to be a foul on Everett. That'll be his second foul offensive. He went down the lane, and Taylor had position, and he ran into him, and Taylor fell down. And
yeah, it's smart play. Smart play for a freshman.
Everett gets the call. Both teams have 4 fouls. We have 3:26 to play, 38-24. So hopefully we don't have to get right back to the bonuses of any kind. And now we're going to call a foul on Van Syok for a reach-in. His shot got blocked, and then he fouled. So just as I say that, now there's 5 fouls for the Greyhounds, 4 for the Wildcats. 38-24 is the score, 3:18 to go.
Just when you thought you were back on pace.
Back on pace. Things took a turn for the worse.
The foul start.
Engel with the basketball, gets it up top. The long three-pointer off the front of the rim. Britton shoots the 3, doesn't get it to go. Hauser tries a half-court pass. It gets knocked out of bounds, and Coach Staver just said, hey, slow down.
Yeah.
We don't need a half-court pass.
Right now, the clock is your best friend in this game.
Kids, I think it's because of video games they play. Like, they just don't understand the because the video game, you just play.
Yeah.
You don't sit there against the computer and go, wait a minute. If I hold the ball for a minute, I'm good.
Right.
Like, you don't think like that. And I think they just don't get game situations. Hauser, basketball, gets it to Taylor. Taylor at the elbow, finds Hickman. Hickman at the elbow. He gets into the paint. He's going to take the short jumper. He'll get it to go. Hickman's got 4 points. 4 points tonight. Now 40-24, 16-point lead for the Greyhounds. 2:36 to play. Mechanicsburg still playing, still running their offense. They're not in panic mode at all.
Yeah, they're going to just have to maybe pick up the pace a little bit. You got to start getting some shots
here. Do you pick up the pace a little bit, or do you know that you're a 3-10 team and you're saying, you know what, we're not going to be that great this year, but let's work on work on our offense. Let's work on our fundamentals.
I still think you pick up the pace. I think you still think you have a chance to win this.
There you go. There's the three-point shot. Doesn't fall, but Taylor can't get the handle on the rebound. So Britton has taken the last 2 times down. He's taken a 3, has missed both. Fortunate enough that time for Taylor to knock it out of bounds. So Mechanicsburg maintains possession. Right off the inbound, there is a foul on the floor. That foul's on Hickman. He pushed Everett before he shot.
Thought that was a shooting foul.
No, he got his hands on him before he shot. I thought so too, but not. So now they're in the bonus though. Wildcats are in the 1-1 if Ship were to foul again. Babcock with the basketball. There they go. They find, no, the 3 doesn't go. Hauser comes down with it. Gelnett takes that shot. He's got And there's a foul from behind. Britton gets a foul. That's his fourth. He will probably have to go sit down. Yeah, he's going to go take a seat. So Ship 6 fouls, Mechanicsburg 5 fouls, 40-24, 2:03 to play. Shippensburg inbounds the ball to Adam Hauser. Gary Klein just showed up again. He's getting ready for the next game. He is going to replace me. I'm out for the evening. I'm done here.
Big plans?
Not big plans, but my job is done.
Okay.
My job is done. Oh, Hauser takes it to the basket, doesn't go, but there's Taylor for the putback. So Colin Taylor having a little bit of a night.
It's nice to be big. Sometimes the ball just finds you.
That's true. That is true. That long shot by Everett doesn't go. Mechanicsburg keeps trying to take these threes. Now he's going to call Hickman on the foul there, and I think that's I'm not sure I agree with that call. Hickman picks up his 4th foul, team's 7th foul, and they're going to shoot a 1-and-1. They got Everett at the line. He's 2 of 4 tonight from the line. Now he's 2 of 5.
Kind of sums up the afternoon for Mechanicsburg, just struggling to put the ball in the basket.
Struggling to find a basket. Ship pulls all their starters out.
That pretty much signals that Ray thinks he has this one in hand, and I think he does too, up 18 with 1:24 to go.
And he makes that shot, though, Everett does. So he is still 50% on the night, 11 points for Everett. He's a leading scorer for the Wildcats. Kevin Ciro with the basketball. Comes up to his right, now he goes to his left. He finds Jacob Fry. Fry gonna shoot a 3, and he hits it. Fry off the bench. He's got 3 points, 45-25, 20-point lead, 1:08 to go for the Greyhounds. Mechanicsburg with the basketball. Cavada gets the ball out to Engel. Engel shoots a 3. It hits nothing but the floor. And so Shippensburg will have the ball back. Looks like Mechanicsburg is going to make some changes as well. And hoping my biggest fear does not come true here.
Which is?
Number 15 on the roster not coming into the game because I don't think I could say. Jamalkowski.
That's good enough.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's good enough. So, all right. So, Ship with the ball. Jacob Fry has it in the right corner. Comes back to the top. Kevin's going to take the 3-point shot. It doesn't go. Mechanicsburg Engel comes out with the rebound. There they go. They're coming down the floor. Nope. Pulling it back. Slow it down. Back out to Engel. Top of the key to Tomasco. Fleming has the basketball to Engel. Engel looking for somewhere to go. He goes to his left. And we're going to get a block foul on number 11 for Shippensburg. That's going to put Engel at the line.
They'll shoot 1-and-1, 8th team foul here in the second half for the Greyhounds.
So Engel's first trip to the line tonight. Let's see if we can get him in the scoring column. No, it does not go. So he'll be 0 for 1, and Ship comes down with the rebound. We got 22 seconds to go. How about we just hold the ball?
I think that might be the plan.
Okay, a little pressure, so now you got to pass it to someone else to hold it. Yeah, a little pressure, pass it to someone else to hold it.
And Mechanicsburg's not going to foul, and we'll just run the last 10 seconds off, and Shippensburg will come away with a win.
That's right, we're down to 4 seconds to go, and it looks like the Greyhounds are going to win this game 45-25, extending their record to 12-1 on the season and making Mechanicsburg fall to 3-11. So we'll be back to rehash this game right after these words on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Welcome back to Chambersburg Dunks for Drew. We got 2 games out of the way. There are 2 games left. Shippensburg girls win the opener 32-24. Shippensburg boys win the second game 45-25. Both games over Mechanicsburg. And shortly here we have Greencastle coming up, the girls game against the Trojans, followed by boys Chambersburg against Greencastle. So we got a lot of games coming up this evening, but the first 2 games are in the books and they're over. For Mechanicsburg today, Everett, Caleb Everett, number 5, led all scorers for Mechanicsburg. He was 3 of 6 from the foul line. He had 11 points today. Let's see, Gelnett, Tyler Gelnett, he had 6. Goose Gossage had 2, and Weidman, Noah Weidman had 2 as well. And of course, Sean Britton, number 3, had 4. That rounds out all the scoring for Mechanicsburg. For Shippensburg today, led all scorers. Carter Van Syok, 3 of 3 from the foul line, 15 points. Zach Cullen had 14 points. Alaric Hickman had 4. Jacob Fry had 3 off the bench. Adam Hauser was 1 of 2 from the foul line, and he had 3 points on the day for a total of 45-25. Not the greatest basketball game we've ever seen, but another win in the column, and all wins are precious wins.
Yeah, give Shippensburg some credit. Like we said, they went zone primarily in the first half and allowed Mechanicsburg to just kind of hang around. Then the switch to the man-to-man in the second half really turned up the intensity and really took Mechanicsburg out of their game and allowed Ship to extend that 5-point halftime lead out to the 20-point victory tonight. And again, certainly probably not a whole lot of smiles on the faces of those Shippensburg players, but again, anytime you can win a basketball game is a good thing. And now you can just sit back and relax, and now you have 2 days to get ready for Greencastle on Monday evening. Monday evening is going to be a big game in Greencastle for the boys. Also going to be a big game for the girls. I mean, Shippensburg trying to make a move up the district ladder, and Greencastle's a team that's also playing pretty well. So both schools, Ship hosting the girls, Greencastle hosting the boys, should be a good night for both. So, John, thank you for letting me do this. Always a pleasure. I enjoyed it, and I'm sad to say I'm going to be gone for the evening now. But you guys will do a fantastic job in both the girls and the guys game, and I'm excited to be listening to you, because that's what I'll be doing. I'll be listening in, but I've got some other things going on. So again, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget that John, Gary, and I will be on the Word on the Street tomorrow at 7 o'clock on WRGG.org at 93.7, and we'll be celebrating the Steeler victory. And we'll be getting ready for all kinds of other things. And also understand the shot clock will be topic of conversation in Word on the Street, as it's becoming a topic of conversation across the state of Pennsylvania. Also, topics of conversation will be as District 3 really are ready to give up Hershey Park as their football finals facility. So that's something else on tap for tomorrow night. So please join in, and these guys will be right back with you after these words right here on the F&M Trust Sports Network and MidPennBroadcasting.com.
There's a reason folks are flying in from as far as Texas, Florida, Nebraska, and North Carolina. It's our lowest price guarantee. And when they get here, they find out the price you see is the price you pay. And there's more. We're the area's #1 volume Chevy dealer. We've got the Used Car Super Center. We give everyone free Pennsylvania state inspection. And with our credit doctors, Mike and Nate, everybody drives. At Blaze Alexander Chevrolet, where we're taking deals the other guys won't. Guaranteed. Find new roads.
Se habla español. There are so many things to get done this time of year. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but man, it can get overwhelming, especially the money. That's why I prefer F&M Trust for my banking. F&M Trust has all the mobile and online tools I need to keep on top of finances, and they have 22 locations, every one of them right here in South Central PA. That's 100% local to me, and it's banking done my way every day. If this sounds like a great bank to you, learn more now at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Battery Express and more. And more means batteries for cars, trucks, heavy equipment, boats, ATVs, including computers, laptops, watches, security systems, and dog collars. Battery Express and more. The power that keeps you going. 2364 Warm Spring Road, Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 12. Phone 717-331-6996.
Let Olympian Athletics in downtown Waynesboro outfit your team with uniforms, warm-ups, hats, spirit wear, and more. Olympian Athletics offers all types of clothing and accessories, from traditional to fashion to uniforms and workwear. We do screen printing, embroidery, and digital design, individual and team trophies for any event. Olympian Athletics, 55 West Main Street in downtown Waynesboro, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5.